What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome back to Technically Broken Pod. It's just a different layout, the different table. Right. I don't know what I'm doing.
Whoa.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. We are filming this is episode 13.
For real?
For real? Are you
real
sure it's not like
it should be
episode 15? All right. I think we're on the right episode. But hey, everybody, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in, listening, and I appreciate everybody, whatever that came in, check us out. I'm Mario. And I know you're checking out a layout. We'll talk about it in a second. Right now, I'll pass it on to Caleb.
Hey, guys. Caleb the Hunted. Mario had kind of touched on it a little bit, and we talked about it off camera, but appreciate you guys with the comments and the YouTubes and the everything else. Like, we're kind of trying to take everything you give us to heart and try and change stuff up, hence the new look. And, hopefully you guys enjoy it. I mean, we'll see what we got going on in the future, but... Send it on over to our co-host over there.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Botar, and I wanted to also thank you guys because I check the metrics like an insane person, like almost daily, and I noticed that some of y'all are going back to our older episodes, and that's pretty cool. I'm also the certified handy deliverer, so get ready. A little bit of Hawk Tua, I guess.
You're mailing them out, dude.
Yeah.
One at a time.
Yep.
Second
version. Today we're here with a really special guest. I'll pass it over to Nick.
Hello, my name's Nick, and...
Last name, social security number, address, phone number, please.
Yeah.
No.
Mother's maiden name. What's your first
Where
pet?
were you born?
Which street do you live on?
Yeah.
When was the first time you touched yourself?
The important
Blood
stuff.
I
type.
know when the last time was.
Blood type.
True.
Right on, dude.
Are you an organ donor?
Yeah. One organ. Hey.
Yeah.
Nick, thanks for coming on, dude. Really appreciate it.
Definitely.
Yeah, I know it's been a long time coming. To just let everybody know, he's the one who designed made our 3D printed stuff. So if you see keychains, and we got to hand you, Randy, if you're out there watching, we got to get you one for
Randy.
Yeah, handy for Randy for sure.
Very nice.
Yeah, thank you for all the stuff you've done, and yeah, we've known you for a
Definitely.
while and stuff. So
Yeah, I know it's really weird because, coming to this location, I realize I think I've known you for 10 years.
I
now or
do,
something
that's-
like that, which
yeah.
doesn't feel like it at all.
Time
so
flies, man. We're old. I'm old as shit. You're whatever.
Definitely feel old. So
Yeah, so yeah, thank you, dude. We'll get into everything here in a minute with you, and as per usual, I guess let's just do a quick recap on episode 13 again, episode 12.
Wrenching with Randy. Yeah.
Wrenching with Randy,
Yeah.
good stuff. Thank you, Randy. We learned a lot about just basically the general mechanic world, and like you can just kind of set your mind to anything and do it, basically. And I mean that because like he didn't go to school and he still works his ass off and gets a lot of shit done. So from diesels to bikes to cars and
Didn't go to school
Rebuilding his
and
truck.
he's...
yeah, rebuilding this truck
Yeah.
and
The one that fell during the episode, the motor?
the motor that fell.
The
Like,
head.
yeah, the fucking what
Scared
was
the shit out of me.
it was some kind of like backing plate or I forgot.
No, it
what
was
he
the
said.
head. The head fell.
No, the head was on the
Or
motor.
no.
Yeah, the head was
It was
on
the top. Well, it was the top end.
It was like some kind of cover or some shit. Anyways, Wrenching with Randy, if you guys check out the last episode, it is going to be just general mechanic talk and how the like world is and stuff, and just to basically let everybody know you don't need to go to school. Shit, it could even make you dumber in some spots or some instances. So just go out there, start turning a wrench, start figuring shit out, start working on stuff that you want to work on, and I mean you'll get there. So
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that was it was a good time, man. We learned a lot. I'm surprised we didn't blow up a motor while we were there. So, thank you to Mike setting us up again. We're back at Autobahn. I'm wearing the swag. Thank you to Autobahn. Thank you to Mike. And thank you to Jesse. I'm shouting you out. Table. Obviously, a different setup. If you guys are watching on YouTube's or anywhere, maybe whatever. New table, new setup. Thank you for the comments, as you said before. So
Absolutely.
we're trying to seriously listen to y'all and try to bring you some, I don't know, relatable and I don't know, infotainment. No, it's not infotainment. Entertainment.
I think it's entertainment.
It's entertainment.
Well, I feel like you're learning different perspectives. Like,
Yeah.
At least all the episodes I've watched. I'm
Right.
like,
It
oh,
feels
shit,
more
okay.
fluid. It feels more comfortable, honestly.
It feels-
because like I get to not break my neck looking at you guys. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
hey, what's up, guys?
And I total like I had a picture in my head, and just had a total autistic moment, and just I said round, but this is what I meant. This is an oval. I said round, and I'm like,
Nice.
I mean,
yeah,
ovals are round.
the long round, the long round.
The long round.
You
More
know,
like an egg.
It's a pill shape.
yeah, the round.
Fucking yeah.
It ain't got corners.
Yeah, we'll figure some more stuff out. This is like we're slowly figuring shit out, even if it's been over a year. But we'll get some more camera stuff, some more mics, maybe some more chairs. And,
Definitely helps with the conversation, I think. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Like, I can look at you.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, you fucking suck.
Where we don't have to, you don't have to be like.
And then you
for
have to
sure.
work around the mic.
Yeah,
Either way,
yeah.
you're still working around the mic.
Exactly.
So.
You can keep your position a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I don't have to turn my head, a whole 90. I can just
Right.
look over and just stare in Nick's eyes.
Thank you. That's why I came here.
Just unfettered eye contact.
Prolonged eye contact.
So, yes, thank you guys. Also,
Mhm.
we're all figuring it out, and let's just get into it. Nick,
Sure.
how much do you hate everything? And,
All
So
of
what do
it.
you do?
yes.
I currently work at a private automotive repair facility.
Cool.
A mechanic, right?
Yeah,
Like a
yeah.
Or technician,
What
automotive
you would
techni-
consider a mechanic.
A me-
I think they brought about the technician name to beef up people's
Yeah,
perspective of
everything-
us, which is
yeah.
fine.
Toilet paper became bathroom tissue.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
everything has like a fancy way of fucking.
And it's true. I mean, you not to jump right into it, but if you're working on computer shit on a car, maybe your title's a technician, and most people will look at you as a mechanic because you're like, oh, you do brakes and shit like that.
No, that
right?
motherfucker's
You
just
know?
greasy and turns
Yeah,
a
yeah,
wrench.
yeah.
And now it's like more computers than.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to reinvent it.
So, what do you prefer, mechanic or technician?
I feel like I'm more of a mechanic because in my mind, a technician is somebody who's got 10 years experience, right? And they're able to immediately diagnose something. Not a couple seconds, but they already have a game plan based on shit that they've already kind of done.
Yeah, they have like a
So-
knowledge base, and they
Yeah.
can just I know this is a common.
Right.
So
Which
you
then-
think that's more technician than mechanic?
I would say so.
That's a fair take.
Yeah. I mean, because you're still a mechanic. You still got to change out shit that exploded or, whatever, it's
Yeah.
broken.
I feel like I would use the term technician more towards somebody who's in a specialized field.
Yeah,
I feel
could
like
see that, yeah.
if you're going to work on these
Right.
behind us, I would call that probably a technician.
No, we're the biggest fucking retards on the I'm surprised I work on this shit.
But I don't
No,
think
no, yeah.
a standard mechanic is going to come in and work on these. He probably could on certain points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think
I'm sure
that's more
all
technician.
of the mechanical aspects are all pretty simple.
Right.
But when it comes to probably
In
the
a sense.
electronics, the tuning, shit like that, that
Yeah.
no
the
idea.
weight spec and
Yeah,
all,
yeah.
So.
that's where I feel like that's where a
Techni-
technician
because
like
he's
Yeah.
technical. or
Yeah.
whatever.
right,
yeah.
right. So
I think people think of technician, they think of tech instantly, so it's like like you said,
Yeah.
computer-esque, computer.
yeah, and I can see why they kind of start bringing that term
it'd be,
around.
it'd be
so.
kind of funny if they started calling them computer mechanics.
I mean,
Computer
you
mechanics.
basically are though, because
yeah.
sometimes you have these weird electrical issues that are computer based, right? So then you have to figure out how the network works on your car, and then at that point, it's just you're not fucking using wrenches or anything
Right.
like that. You got fucking.
I mean, I
scan
guess you
tools
could
out,
if you're
laptops,
using
and-
the ratcheting hand.
Oh
like-
yeah, I guess it unscrews
because you're
some shit.
you're like I'm trying to replace a board.
Yeah,
If you're
yeah.
putting together a custom rig on a computer, you're basically a mechanic.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
You
true.
but
gotta
nobody's
like
calling it
things
a
and stuff.
computer
Yeah.
mechanic.
No,
They're just
but
calling
like
That's true.
you
It does
could-
sound weird.
You could start a specialized store and be like, we're the computer mechanics,
Computer
That's
Fucking
true, yeah,
build
yeah.
I
shit.
bet people would
Have
maybe
it
like
everybody
that.
looking like they're working in an actual
Yeah,
like
it's like
this
wearing, like,
shop.
They got the
Dickies
jumpsuit.
suits.
Yeah, the jumpsuit and all. That.
all smeared with like oil. for
Yeah,
no
yeah, yeah.
reason.
Where'd
No.
that come from? Don't
It's
worry
thermal
about
paste.
it.
It's thermal based,
yeah.
yeah.
He's coming in with like brake pads. Am I putting this in here?
It's your graphics card. Fuck.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So mechanic, technician, whatever. I don't think I care.
I don't think it
it's,
really matters.
Like
but
I like to, from like a dealership. I'm like that's a technician because he's in a dealership. But like
Yeah.
everywhere else, dude, I'm a fucking mechanic. You
Yeah.
know, like
true.
So-
It probably is different in the dealer world, right? Because
Yeah.
there's like a whole different form of hierarchy, right? Because when you start, you're just an oil slinger, and then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
was apprentice, journeyman,
Yeah.
and then you're
A
master
grease
tech
kid,
or
yeah.
whatever. So
yeah, there's different stages or different levels. for
right, based
whoever.
on like what tests you've taken and what you can do and can't do. So
Yeah. So where did all of that start? Was it because I guess if you go back to when we first met, it was
Yeah.
actually here at the racetrack.
yeah, we
So-
were working together.
Yeah. It was like not we weren't well, I didn't become a mechanic till oh no, I kind of did
You-
come in as a
you-
cart guy.
Yeah, yeah, 'cause
I was the
I think
cart.
you
That's
just
what
left
I was
your
doing.
dealership
Yeah,
at
I was
that
like
time.
no, I left the diesel place. So I did
Diesel,
come in as
okay.
I just think of all the roles I did here.
You
from
did. You did a
flagging
lot.
to karting to management. That's why
Yeah.
I'm like I kind of did everything, but
Everything from there and not taking the shit out of the porta johns. So
Yeah. No, that was actually not rolling shit in the John #1 slot. So
MVP employee.
we met here and we were just you were more flagging and whatever
Yeah.
the big track. I was karting.
Correct.
And but as we went on, you became a mechanic. I remember you came and helped out with the Subaru.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun.
I don't know. I had fun. I mean, you didn't have fun because you were like, I want to get this shit done.
You're right, it's work to
But for me, it was fun because like I was still just kind of getting into like I've never like at that point I had never really worked on cars, right? But I was interested in it.
I just had to look at Bowtie and laugh at the fucking Subaru.
Oh yeah. And then
that was my car, totally different car.
different Subaru. But yes,
but
I know
yeah,
the story.
that was like a big one.
Is that what you were thinking of?
Yeah, I absolutely was.
Nut Subaru. I got your nut right here. I was so pissed.
Oh my god!
As
But you
you're-
laughed later.
I did.
As you're
Yeah.
holding your transmission up.
You couldn't
Yeah.
appreciate the comedy at the moment.
I
Because
was
you,
so pissed.
He's about to be crushed by a transmission. But, you know.
It's
He
like
knew
he's-
inside. It
wouldn't-
was the
wouldn't
funniest
fit
thing
in.
ever.
Like his transmission wouldn't slide back in.
Yeah,
so
you-
he's under there.
Yeah, well, and then the one he's talking about, I remember we were
We were fighting.
putting a
to
new
get-
clutch in just for
Yeah.
the guy.
I think we got it done in just under 6
Yeah, it
hours.
wasn't bad.
It was book time basically.
I think we started at 8, and then by the time it was time for dinner, because Caleb showed up, and then we went to fucking...
Sunlight was still out, and then we left.
Yeah.
by-
Yeah, no, it was good. Drove great.
Yeah, it was perfect. We threw so it was a whole clutch kit and a Subaru WR, not an STI, WRX with a short throw and a linkage upgrade.
Yeah, and I
so it
think-
was a bunch of work. I guess it was like just general all amount work. But
Yeah. And
Yeah.
at that point, I had probably really only done maybe an oil change or shit on my own car. I mean, you helped me a lot put some aftermarket shit on my car because I had no fucking clue what I was doing. But I learned
that
a
the
lot.
Honda?
No, that was a Volkswagen.
That was still okay. That was a
Put the
Volkswagen.
brakes on. We did the
Yeah,
intake.
yep,
and it was
the
like
suspension.
fucking 11 p.m. and we're wishing we were dead because we're working on a German car, you know.
Yeah,
And then
that's right, man. There's just so much in between.
yeah, I
That's
also
right.
probably was asking way too much because in my
Yeah.
head, you know, the less you know, the easier you think it's gonna be, right? Because you just see videos.
Yeah,
You're like,
you're
oh,
like, oh.
that's easy. You just take some bolts off, right?
Rust
You know?
doesn't
Yeah.
exist in the fucking
Or-
rust belt.
Or they fucking have like this guy's like, yeah, this will take you 15 minutes, and you look at his toolbox, he's got a $400 part,
Right, yeah.
or $400 tool from Germany.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
Specialty tools. And
And
all
we
that.
have the hobo fraught special that's fucking tuck taped
I've got a
together.
Craftsman set from Walmart for $200.
Yeah.
You're right.
How am I gonna get this
Exactly.
It's a craftsman set.
Quick, ask AI, how do I do this with this shitty setup?
AI, can you get this done for me?
No, yeah. So at that point, I really didn't do too much in terms of working on cars, but I was interested in it because, you know, obviously, my entire life I grew up around cars, even outside working at the Autobahn. Like, you
Yeah.
know, my grandpa was always working on shit, and we used to go to the midget racing down in the county that's over from us.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know you went. Okay, cool.
As a kid all the time. And if you don't know what midget racing is, if you ever see those dirt tracks with the cars with the like larger right side wheels and they're always constantly like drifting through the track.
Was those wings
are-
or winglet? Though not.
the ones I saw were always winglets. So I think the middle class, right?
So wing or no wing? The
No,
big
no wing.
No wing. Okay.
Yeah.
They're non-wing or wing. So
Yeah.
usually, I don't know if there's like a spec in between, but yeah,
I
they're
was in-
basically like big go-karts with a huge, stupid
Yeah,
slanted
and
wing.
they got a fucking V8
Yeah.
in it. Like it's
Yeah.
No, yeah, so I-
dirt midget cars, yeah, dude, and they
Basically, yeah.
yeah, like bouncing off the rev limiter shit.
so as when I was younger, I was always into racing. Always. That's always what I wanted to be. You know, as a kid, which is funny because you know you don't realize how expensive
a
and the
racing-
fact that you basically have to start the second you're born because you have to get that talent and that like
If not, you're just having fun.
and get used to the G-force and all that shit. But yeah, so I've always been around racing my whole life. You know, seen NASCAR races. I've up at Road America in Wisconsin. I've been going there for 10, 12 years now. It's just seeing random shit, vintage racing.
Yeah, I was like, I remember
So-
I caught you at Road America one weekend.
Yeah,
I
it was fun.
I was working, I think.
Yep.
And,
Came over, surprised.
Yeah, you were
like,
doing,
oh shit.
I was like, what the fuck? I'm like balls deep in a motor
Yeah.
swap or something. I'm like, what the hell? But
down here with Chicagoland and
yeah, did you ever go to Chicago?
I did. Yeah,
Okay.
it was. It's sad that it ended the way it is.
Oh, it's coming back. 2020. It's coming back.
Yeah,
this
okay.
year.
Just like Toys R Us was
Well,
supposed
it's
to
on
come
the
back,
schedule.
right?
Yeah.
Toys R Us does come back, but for the Christmas season
Well,
only.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Did they
Spirit
count?
of Halloween
Uh-huh.
edition.
Did they count downtown as Chicagoland, or
No,
was
no.
it just
Totally-
Chicago?
That was just to get
like
everybody
Chicago
hyped.
proper sort of thing.
I
It
think
was
that's
like we
just
need
It
a
was a bet
Illinois.
that it was a
Chicago.
bet that the mayor lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, amongst other things, but
She's like, shit.
no, yeah. So I've seen.
It's on the schedule. It is on the 2026 schedule for
Is it
NASCAR.
really?
Dude,
Xfinity
I might
trucks.
go if they come down.
I don't know if ARCA's
if they
coming.
go down to Chicago,
I mean,
I
they
might
should
have to
do
go.
ARCA
I'll
because
probably end up
ARCA
going.
always came here.
Yeah, ARCA
And
always did come.
That's
here.
what I used to watch, and then the truck racing was really good here
truck
too.
racing was
So,
so-
and then we also got the drag strip right down there. I've gone there multiple
My
times.
question
And
is,
then
have they even
Victorino.
been taking care of it? Like,
No,
It's pretty
Chicagoland's fucked up.
It's fucked up.
No,
they're gonna
they
have to like
repave the
repave
whole
everything.
thing.
Oh,
I
God.
don't know what's gonna happen. Carson Hocevar put a video out a couple months ago. He's like exploring an abandoned racetrack.
Yeah,
and there's
yeah, yeah.
fucking weeds.
Oh, yeah.
like
Oh,
down the
wow.
front
Yeah, yeah,
straightaway.
yeah.
That were bank
It's-
straightaway. That's like, they're tall, and I was like, man, that track is in such disarray. It's sad, but you know what? It also, like, if they just mowed that shit and then started driving on it, it would bring a lot of character and probably
It'd be like old NASCAR.
yeah,
Let's do
it'd
it.
be
You know,
hard
fuck
to
it.
probably fucking drive
Yeah.
this shit.
It'd be like, oh, I can't drive on this. It's not smooth.
It's not smooth and perfectly.
Start using road tires again.
right. Oh,
Just
yeah.
regular
yeah.
road.
Then it's actually a stock
car
car.
racing,
you know,
yeah.
right? Yeah, exactly.
Everything's all spec now with a.
That would be
different
cool. They could
body.
make the Chicago one like a special series,
Bringing
like,
Dodge
like
back.
bonus series
Bringing
or
Dodge,
something.
yeah.
you
They're
know?
bringing Dodge
Yeah.
back,
Bringing
dude.
Dodge back in the trucks.
But yeah,
Tony
supposedly
Stewart
they're
and
bringing their
Truex are
V8s
one.
back, so or the Hemi at least. So
The
'cause
Hemi and the
they got
truck,
the
yeah.
CEO of Stellantis out, so
Yeah,
who
yeah.
was being a psychopath and putting
Fucking-
wild engines into shit, which
Dude.
now we have to deal with now because they're
Yeah,
all
I
coming
was like,
out.
That's why
so.
Porsche's bankrupt because they wanted to. Oh, they like
Jaguar
only
too, I
went-
think is.
Oh well,
getting
that's
into it.
because
Jaguar,
they did their
fucked up the
their
D-
terrible
yeah, they
advertisement.
had-
So
They went full blown woke DEI
Oh, yeah.
bullshit.
and then cashed out and left.
yeah,
You know what's fucking crazy? I was watching a podcast, talking about a podcast on a podcast. So I'm not going to name it, but they were talking about that specifically,
Yeah.
Jaguar.
Jaguar, how
and they're
they
like, they
collapsed.
went from like 4,500 cars a day,
Yeah, down to
To-
like what 2 or something.
Yeah.
Right?
49.
Okay, yeah.
that's so.
The average, like, what was it? Making like, was it? Fuck, what was the?
like volume production volume.
Well, it was like money per
Oh,
day.
money
Per
per
day.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
If they
like
made,
making a
100
couple million or a couple 100,000.
Yeah.
They're like at
Probably
couple
20
thousand.
grand or something
Yeah.
now.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
drop, immediate drop.
the
Oh, yeah.
sale of
Well, it's-
one R-Type or whatever they call. Yeah,
Crazy.
What happens? Yeah.
you know, and we've touched on all that stuff. I just can't believe all that stuff gets infiltrated into every pit of every
People
society.
ruin everything.
Yeah, like
I mean, it
Like-
could be like its own podcast.
yeah,
honestly.
definitely, and like
Yeah.
whatever.
But my spiel, sorry.
No, no.
I want Dodge to do what Dodge used to do, where they didn't give a shit about nothing. They're like, let's put big stupid motors in stupid cars.
yeah. Well, I mean, fucking remember the Neon weighed nothing and had what
The Skittle?
two
The S-
fours
yeah, the
or
SRT4,
something?
yeah.
SRT4.
They put in the SRT10 Jeep,
What was
the
it?
truck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
but for like the last 10, 15 years, the Dodge has been geared towards one specific demographic.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's kind
the
of
they're
40-year-old
supposedly
white woman,
this
so-
year. Supposedly, the Viper's coming back brand new. The
Yeah.
ACR.
Yeah.
But I
I'll believe
no,
it when
I
I see it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I know the concepts do look good.
I mean, they have to. It's like every 10 years, right? They
I-
gotta cycle through it.
I,
so.
I get what you're saying, but I think it makes like if you know it sells, if
Yeah.
it's selling,
Yeah, but like
it gives
the
it a
old
bad.
school
The
mo-
stereotype lives, right?
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
but the old school like Chrysler's or Stellantis now, their like biggest thing is like the big thing that screwed everybody up is Jeep. You know, Jeep either makes or breaks any car owner or whatever. Any
It
major
really does,
company.
yeah.
Like look at Willys, look at fucking who had them before.
AMC,
Yeah, like
who else was
now-
part? Plymouth.
Yeah,
you got all
Plymouth.
your basic
Yeah.
white bitches that
Crown?
drive Jeep Compasses and like
But they
Crown
sell.
part?
That's the
I don't
point,
know.
that's
right?
well,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
the old school Mopar guys, they're all like big motor,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
like their fucking new Dodge Charger is electric and a six Scat Pack or whatever.
Yeah, it's some
that-
weird.
Trash.
that motor
Yeah.
is really bad.
Was it inline six? What
It's
is
an
it?
inline, so it's a
Six?
3-liter inline 6 twin turbo.
I think it would
Ew.
be cool.
Yeah,
I think
and they're also putting that in the trucks and the
Yeah.
Grand Cherokee.
It has its place.
just
It
don't
does, it
don't
does, yeah,
keep
yeah.
rehashing. Right. If
Give me
Yeah.
the Dodge Neon again, or
Yeah,
something
give
like
us
that,
a
and then throw
Neon.
that thing in there.
The problem
Like,
is when they were designing that engine, because everything comes out in like waves, right? So like if
Yeah.
you design something now, it's not going to come out
a
until probably another
generation, right?
4
Like a-
years
a
or something like
generation
that.
of- yeah.
So like everything they just designed now, that they call it the Hurricane engines, the straight six, and then they have a 4-cylinder 2-liter that goes into a lot of the
Tiger
other Jeeps.
wasn't one the Tiger engine?
That would be the old
The
Fiat
one-
engines.
Oh, yeah.
The
The
multi-air
1.4
Tigers, yeah. And those are
something.
decent engines,
I
but they
was
have their
like,
own
they have
problems
an
as
oil
well.
issue. They ate
Yeah.
oil. That's when I was at the dealership, and
They-
God, did we have to warranty some shit?
Yeah, but like
Um,
the Hurricane engines, they, from what I hear, and obviously being the private tech shops, you really don't see them as often because they're still all under warranty. So
Okay.
like if we see one, it's because the customer's like, fuck dealership, I'm going here because we
Yeah.
trust you or whatever. But they just have constant thermostat issues like they always have for every fucking Jeep and whatever. But
Yeah.
the problem is that-
Oil coolers.
Yeah,
Have you done
oh, yeah,
oil
yeah.
coolers?
Smokey
All the
and their
time.
Jeep,
Yeah,
they replaced 2 motors.
they had
Jeez.
the 3.6. The 3.6 had that valve train, the valve.
Oh
tick.
yeah, the valve tick.
Oh
So
my
super
They're on their
common
third
on
motor
You
in
those.
this Jeep?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you don't catch it in that beginning
It'll
tick,
just
it
destroy
wipes the
everything.
motor literally
Yeah.
within a.
It's like
Hey,
putting sand in your motor.
My Jeep's
Yeah.
overheating.
Bad lift. What was it? I forgot. I remember doing them. The lifters. It's like we just ended up doing a head if it didn't get all the way. Like if we caught it early, it was still a
When
whole
you're at the
head.
dealer?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
a lifter, the cam, the head. It was all ground anyways. It was beat to shit, and we would end up finding shiny oil. We would find
Oh, yeah.
the bass boat paint.
100%,
You know, and
yeah.
it's just.
The anti-seize.
A lot of them were just motors, though. I remember doing only like a head
Yeah.
or two. Randy would probably be a good one. He's probably done fucking numbers of those. So, but yeah, I don't know about like all of that because I guess that's just not. We just got on a whole different topic about like
Yeah, so-
how companies can like self-sabotage. It's not self-sabotage. I think they're trying to follow a trend or something, but it's like
They're trying to
Yeah.
appease a certain like mass,
Yeah.
and it's like that percentage of people
Is
for
so
that
low.
demographic that you're trying to appease
Yeah.
is like
And probably most of them don't even
4%.
drive.
Did you guys see that Jim Farley released a formal apology for getting rid of passenger cars for Ford?
Ford. Yeah.
Oh, now what?
I-
15 years later,
Yeah.
or whatever
Yeah.
it was.
Because their sales have slumped because all
Yeah.
their shitty electric SUVs and
It's like
The
fucking
F-150
trash.
failed. The F-150
But also,
Yeah.
EV
the-
failed.
nobody
they're
wants-
bringing it. They're bringing
the
it back.
Lightning or whatever.
the
Oh yeah,
he
yeah.
apologized for the DCTs, the Focuses, and
Yeah.
all that crap,
That
and
was-
the RS. And
I don't know if he was. How long has he been leading the company though?
I think,
Oh, he's been there for
like 10 years,
Has he?
maybe. Yeah,
I
he's been
no,
there
thought
for a
it was
while.
longer than that. Honestly, I don't
Maybe.
remember.
I should have gone up to him and interviewed him at Coda. He was racing
Oh, was
when
he
we were
there?
at WRL. He showed up racing. He was in the new production or GT3, GTD, whatever.
Oh,
that
okay.
Mustang.
Yeah. Oh, right,
And,
right. Because they were just showing it off.
Yeah, I think they were like showing it off and just testing it. But
Yep.
he was there, and I saw
Yeah.
him. He walked in front of me. I was like, man, I should have just gone up and been like, just a quick interview or some shit. Just be like, I got
on the spot, surprise
Yeah,
him.
just gotta just be
Yeah.
like, but like coming from a car guy, like a mechanic, not like just some random
consumer.
Like, what do you think
Yeah.
of fucking Sydney Sweeney's titties or some shit? Nothing
Right, yeah.
stupid. I'm like some relative to the world that I'm in. So, but I did see him, and he was like sociable to other people. So, you know, and I don't know if any of that though is like, I think it kills more companies than makes like Jaguar.
Yeah.
What else, like, or the Bud Light situation, or Dodge and Stellantis.
True,
and
true.
I wish they could find a way to make the Mustang 20K again,
Yeah.
or like a Challenger, or like a new
That's
mini
not a
sports.
4-cylinder EcoBoost.
Yeah, that, or if
Yeah,
it
that
was,
too, yeah.
or if it was, because that market is plenty alive. Make it cost less than $25,000.
Doesn't
but
the-
it's just nothing that, like that's not going to exist.
Don't the brand new EcoBoost cost around 25?
No, I'm pretty sure they're like 30 something.
Um,
Like
well,
a new Mustang has got to be 30.
I know low miles you can get them around
Yeah.
there.
Probably get a used
Because
one.
you know you already got the depreciation
Right.
from a brand new
Yeah,
car.
you're gonna get a used
so-
one, but you're not gonna get a new Mustang for probably less than
No,
30.
probably not.
Even the base automatic four banger, I think.
You know, it's funny, and this is not
Camaros are
cars,
great.
but well, it's not,
Camaros are like supercars now. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like small cars, vans. You remember when my mom bought her the diesel?
The Dodge, the black Dodge.
yeah.
Yeah.
She walked off the showroom floor with it because it was in the showroom.
Yeah.
$45,000.
What year was that?
2007.
Seven, six,
Wow.
7 or 6.
And it was
Brand
a whole
new.
SUV or truck?
No,
or-
it's
That was
a
a
Ram,
Ram
2500.
2500.
Not the, I
With-
think it was the 24 valve.
that is.
It was the
The big
6.9.
Cummins?
Yeah, it was like the
I don't remember.
It was like the
'cause
6.1, 6.9. Something. It was the bigger.
That's
I think it was
wild.
the 24.
$45,000.
Like
If
the
you were
new
going to do
style.
that
A fucking-
today, that is a $90,000
the
truck.
V6 is fucking
Eco junk,
45,000.
the
You
Eco-
know, like
Yeah,
if you get a
brand
Chevy
new
Silverado
2500
or
with the
something,
Cummins,
Yeah.
with all the bells and whistles, because hers did in 2007, which wasn't much.
No,
but
I mean, it still probably was nice.
it's like a $90,000 truck.
It's crazy.
wild.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
insane to me.
Well, and like,
Inflation, baby.
Yeah, I mean,
It's Pal Ponsol, baby.
it's not bad if it goes up, but everything else has to go up, right? Our income, all that has to go up
And
as
nothing
well.
has
So
stayed
Yeah.
in trend.
that's the
crazy.
problem.
You know, it's crazy that prices keep going up and wages don't.
No.
Just keep
Damn you, Big Pharma.
Thanks, Obama.
You should get in Big Pharma and start charging $700 a pill. You'll start making money like Martin Shkreli.
Couple $1,000
True,
for a shot of
true.
insulin.
It's a little dated, but I think he's out of prison now.
I think you're right. It's just it always comes back to greed. I think we already talked about it.
True.
So who knows?
People need cars, right? So why
That's-
not charge $1 million?
Yeah, we
for
talked
them?
about like a Sentra and those Mitsubishis that used to be $10,000 brand new, $8,000,
the little
whatever.
Mirages that
The
are like
shitty- they're
25K
shitboxes.
now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
That's one
And
thing,
they're
you
still
get a
giant
sh-
pieces
they're
of
still
shit.
ass.
So
You get a shit box and it's $1 million. And
It
you're like,
is, yeah.
What are we fucking doing?
yeah,
And
Buy
they
an old
break.
cop car.
yeah. Honestly, and they're comfy as shit. So
Man.
They have to get maintained. You know, it's like it's part of the
Yeah.
package.
yeah, it's like buying a house. Same thing. Doesn't you got to do the work. So
So you're a technician.
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself like
Mechanic.
a level 1
Yeah.
mechanic, whatever, like a level 1
I touch the
mechanic,
nuts,
like
so.
in that sense?
yeah. I would say probably level 1. I mean, there's plenty of times I make some stupid mistakes. Like in my head,
everybody's
I'm
gonna.
overly.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can be overly confident, or I feel really confident about things, and then I'm like, wow, I'm so stupid. I did that. Like.
Hindsight's 2020. I mean,
Yeah, right.
yeah. No, I mean, I can definitely hold my ground on a lot of things. I'm really iffy when it comes to diagnosing things because I just don't really have the experience on that. Because a lot of times, we'll get something in, and it's either like really straight cut where it's like, okay, it's got evap code, and then you look at like a TSB, which is a technical service bulletin, and that's generally the manufacturer posts like, hey, we've seen this problem like
updated
a
it.
bajillion times, and then we send in some nerd to figure out why that's happening because our techs aren't trained enough to do it. And then they post like, okay, this is what we found that fixes that problem. So generally, if there is a bulletin that applies to your check engine light code or maybe a squeak noise or some shit like that, you start with that.
right.
You want to eliminate that weird problem because then you could be running circles on everything
Yeah,
else.
you
So
can-
sometimes it's really easy where it's like, oh, it's got this code and Nissan says replace this. Okay, so you don't really. Sometimes you just
It's
don't even do
pretty
any
close.
diagnosing.
Right, it's pretty close.
'Cause
And they
it's-
figured it out.
Because it's like you have to start with that. Sure, you can diagnose,
Mm-hmm.
but regardless, you still have to start with that. Because
Yeah.
sometimes one code can be multiple issues,
Yeah.
but you have to
I have
eliminate that.
experience, too.
So
I think it's happened to me where you're right. Like in the beginning, I would like forget or I wouldn't think about a TSB right away. And
Right,
I
'cause
don't
you
know
forget
why.
they're there,
Like, yeah,
so-
I kind of like forgot in the first couple of years,
Yeah.
and especially being at the dealership, I had to like retrain myself because I would be like this harness. It'd be like something stupid like this light bulb harness.
Yeah.
And then like. I mean, like, that's not the same part that they would give me from the parts department.
Okay.
And then I had to check the TSB, and it's like, oh, it's been updated.
Right,
And
right,
you got to make sure
yeah.
you wire it this way and not the way you think.
Yep.
And then it's like, and then it's totally fixed. But until I had to be like, well, that's not, like, I had to grab parts, and it's like the broken one and the good one. I'm like, that's not the same.
Right, so
and
in
then
your
I'm
head,
like,
it's
well,
wrong,
I go
so-
back to look.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, the TSB, this is why.
That's kind of like when I was working with Chad at the diesel shop. It's like when it's just random. I was low boy on the totem pole, so I didn't do a whole lot.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
like a trailer come in. Hey, we got lights out, and you go pull that light. Yep, that's definitely fried. You cut the light out.
Yeah.
And then you go grab a new one. All of the wires are different.
nice.
Yeah.
Nothing is the same, and you're like,
the colors don't even match.
no, nothing. And you
Well,
just
and it's probably a lot different in that world, right? I don't know
Truck
too much
world
about
can
that.
be
Like, there's
goofy.
probably no fucking wiring diagrams.
No,
for your
nothing.
trailer, right? So
Nope.
it's like, all right,
I'm
well,
sitting,
yeah,
I'm
especially
sitting
now.
there.
I hope
for
the
like
last
an hour
moron who
trying to
touched
figure out
this,
what
you
wires
know?
power,
Yeah, yeah.
which one's ground neutral.
really
like-
hope the dark one is ground, like
Yeah.
everybody else is supposed
Fire
to make
starts
it. Yeah.
smoking, like, oh, shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pain because you just
Yeah,
like
no, that's-
it's not the same.
Yeah.
It same, but they just
little
decided to fucking. We're gonna change the colors.
It's almost old school, I would say.
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
oh my god! Especially if it's like a 10-year-old trailer to a brand new.
Oh, yeah, that's
Like,
quite fun.
oh god!
Mm-hmm.
Or even now, on the newer let's say Cascadias,
Yeah.
guys come in for a headlight.
Uh-huh.
The whole housing has to be replaced.
Oh, yeah, that's
Brand.
That's-
it's
because
all
it's
internal
integrated,
LED.
yeah, it's
that's
like
so
LED.
funny that that's in the diesel world because that is a
Yeah.
huge problem in the automotive world.
You would hope
so,
you
like,
can replace a bulb. Nope, fuck you.
Yeah.
Well, and that's
Take off your
Well-
whole front end.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing. It
You
depends
just
on
lost your light.
the car. So like
Oh, did I?
Did
we.
you lose your lights? He put LEDs in his shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I bought LEDs from a store. And
Yeah.
it was like LED, they're gonna last forever.
Yeah, okay.
They burnt out in like 6 months.
Yeah, 6
Well, yeah, and the problem that nobody really realizes is like LEDs are cold lights, right? So they run on really low voltage.
Yeah,
and
they don't heat
every fucking car in this world runs on 12 volts, and
Yeah.
like most
And that's
lighting
why you get a
systems
ballast
is still
generally.
12 volts. So like you put these LEDs in there, and a lot of cars now are smart enough where they can tell if there's a voltage drop on all your lights.
Yeah.
Like Stellantis, any Jeep will immediately alert the driver that you have a light out.
Light out.
Because it
Yeah.
doesn't see the correct voltage, right? So
Yeah.
like a lot of people, it happens all the time. People will come in, they'll be like, I have a light on and it says my like turn signal's out, and I'll go and look and there's a fucking aftermarket
Yeah,
LED
yeah.
light, so then I have to write up the story about like, okay, well, this is why the car monitors
needed
it.
a
It wants to
ballast.
see probably
Special,
6 volts, but it's
yeah.
actually seeing 2.5, so it thinks it's dead or something,
But it's working.
And
It's working, yes.
And that's funny because
So-
you would think, well, I'm giving people too much credit,
True,
but
true.
most times
Treat
when you
everyone
buy
like
an
a
LED,
5-year-old, so.
it comes with the ballast to counteract the low voltage.
I think
should.
that's more old school. Because I feel
They
like
don't
now.
really
No,
anymore. You have to
no,
buy it
No,
on
yeah.
Amazon.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
I guess I just
'Cause
buy mine
you're
on
talking about
Amazon
they used
because
to come with like a little.
Correct. They
well,
use-
some of the new ones are built have a ballast
Correct.
built
That's usually
on.
They are.
that's how they all
But a
air.
lo-
They're like
sometimes so Stellantis takes it to a whole different level where like even the small bulbs like your like license plate bulbs and shit like that, they essentially monitor all of it and stuff like that. I don't think they have ballasts for stuff
Not
like that.
like the little-
yeah,
yeah,
or like
no,
small
no.
turn signals,
That's why
shit
BCM
like that.
body control module
Exactly,
controlled
yeah,
or
so-
PCM controlled now.
That's ridiculous.
It's so it's wild. So like with the headlights, we had a Mercedes in it once, and they have a TSB. If it's cracked or any moisture's in there, you replace the whole fucking thing. $1,500 for the whole thing. And then on top of that, because
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
yeah, yeah, if
Well, you bought a Mercedes, so
Yeah,
well, it's
That's
true.
your
It's
fault.
true. You should be prepared for that.
Don't
But
ever buy a used Mercedes.
but it's still
I think you'd
stupid
be
because
lucky, son.
honestly, they're not that
80s.
bad to work on. So like to maintain them, it should be easy to just put a bulb in. But they're like, nah, let's make it stupid. And then you have to
unit in.
program it because if it has the auto sensing headlights,
Oh god.
you have to
Yeah.
essentially set up these diagrams in front of the car so it can see basically a QR code
I've
for
seen
the
those.
for the
That's
ECU,
nuts.
so it knows okay,
You
this
watch
is
the headlight
straight,
go.
this is right, this is left. So
Yeah, I think we were talking to Randy about when we had the auto cruise control, and that was the early. Well, not early, but like.
oh, it's so much
was-
easier back then though. You don't.
you
You
think?
just
I remember
because you just
having to
drive
pull
the
out a
fucking
big-
car and it's like okay,
Well,
nowadays you so like
Back then, we had to pull out a big board.
You did?
And then you had
Okay.
to like cycle. Like you
I
had
guess
to
it
move
depends on which
twice.
one it is.
That was
then.
that was all Chrysler shit.
Yeah,
you know,
well,
Dodge shit.
there you go.
but-
There's your problem.
But yeah, I mean, it was a fairly complicated process. Or I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
say shit. I drive a Ram.
Yeah.
So
No,
um,
it's. I mean, I guess we keep going off, not off topic, but off what you have.
we just keep we just
But-
like we hate everything.
But I think what it sucks because like especially in being a private shop because we see all manufacturers, right?
Right, you're not
Kia,
specialized.
Honda,
Kia, Mercedes. We'll work on just about anything.
Teslas?
No, we don't do any electric cars
Okay,
because
okay.
fuck electric. so.
Not a lot of people do.
No, it's
Well, and Tesla
well, one,
themselves
you-
won't let people go to
Oh yeah, they're a
private
bunch
shop.
of bullshit.
Oh,
Anyways,
yeah,
so.
that one guy was like hacking them. This was a couple years ago. He was on
Yeah.
Rogan. He was talking about hacking batteries and all this
Yeah.
other shit. and I
Well,
was
apparently,
like,
if you put aftermarket brake pads on it, I assume it has an electrical connector of some kind, like a wear sensor, like German cars
Yeah.
do.
yeah.
And if it doesn't sense probably a specific serial code within that, I bet the brake pad has like a tiny computer or something. And if it doesn't sense like a Tesla part number, it locks the whole fucking car out. And then you
That's
have to go
wild.
to Tesla.
You
so
can't
you
stop!
can't even do your own brakes anymore. Like it's so fucking retarded.
I know, like,
So
Can't
if
stop.
I
Yeah.
heard a story about like a guy went and had a private shop put the battery pack in
Yeah.
because his battery was bad.
Okay.
And it immediately
Oh,
Car
yeah.
exploded.
he got like a bunch of emails and calls from Tesla like, yeah, we're shutting off your charging abilities. Like you're not allowed to
Yeah.
use our stuff
There was
anymore.
that guy on. He did a YouTube series on. it. He bought one from a junkyard.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
And he tried to like restore it, and Tesla's like, "Where's this car? We're coming to get it."
yeah.
Get
Yeah,
And they're like, no, you can't.
Well, and
Get the
they
fuck
will
outta
be I mean, not to get doom and gloom, but it's very obvious where this world is going. But they're definitely going to be the first ones to have subscription-based vehicles.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
they already,
Yeah.
Elon just-
outside. Well,
Volvo actually is the
Already?
first one.
Does
they
it
do,
BMW,
Really? That's
Mercedes?
yeah, they all
Wow.
BMW to get your seat heaters
Correct.
are already installed.
Well, yeah. So they start slowly, right? So you get used to it. And
We
shit
talked
like
about
that.
Volvo in a last
Yeah.
couple
Episodes
previous
ago, maybe?
episode.
What do they
Yeah.
have you subscribe for?
They subscribe. It's like a lease, but it's like a monthly subscription.
Wow.
And
So
you
like
just get a new
Wow.
car.
it's not
like,
a term.
Wow.
It's not a
You
term.
rent
It's
your
like
car
a
forever.
yeah. There's no terms. It's like a
That's
month
so
to month.
retarded.
You
And like if
Netflix
you
your
miss a
Volvo.
month, they'll come take your car.
Yeah.
But the upside, I
rent-a-center.
guess, if you want to look at it that
They
way, is like
rent-a-center.
you can get like you can upgrade your vehicle. You
Right,
can switch
and then
to
you
a
don't have to
different one.
maintain it,
You
I
can
assume,
maintain
because
it.
it's a
You
lease.
yep.
So
It's fucked. But Musk, we're in the middle of January 26, 2026. So a week ago or so, Elon was like, no more. It's mandatory paid
Yeah,
subscription for
right.
the auto crew.
I saw that, which
He's
everybody
got rid
already
of the
spent
auto
20
crew.
grand on every time
And
you
you're
buy
like,
the car.
yeah, why the
so.
fuck did I spend so much?
Right.
This is why I bought this car for the
Yeah.
auto crews and
Yeah.
the non. And now he's like, get fucked.
Yep.
Fuck you guys.
Well, the thing is, I think it's stupid that anybody thought that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah,
You know,
I
like, you
just
gotta
like-
be so stupid to buy that and be like, oh, it's fine. Nothing's gonna
Anytime I think of
happen. Like,
electrical cars, I think of going like karting indoors with the electric
Yeah.
carts. And how they no, like
Oh,
how
they
they
would, like,
shut
slow
you
you down
off.
and stuff.
Oh,
They
yeah,
slow
yeah.
you down. They
Down.
throttle
Exactly.
you,
Well,
man.
that's why they
like,
want all
I'm
electric
like,
cars,
like
so.
that. Something in my brain went off, and I'm like, this is gonna happen with cars
Oh,
one
yeah,
day.
100%.
That's a
Like
good way
Tesla's
to-
gonna be like, you know what? You didn't pay your bill this month. You can go 45 miles an
Yeah.
hour today.
have fun getting to
Fucking
work.
figure out how to get to
Yeah.
work.
The government wants to install backdoors so any police
Yeah.
can just
Yeah.
shut you down.
Yeah.
Any,
Exactly.
like
Well,
state.
OnStar already does that.
It does
I think
to a point,
Ford's,
yeah.
That's
Ford's does that.
Correct. For
And
all
then I
brand
think
new Fords
Uconnect
do.
and some new
Fucking
Dodges do that
gay.
as well.
Yeah.
They could just
Yep.
and just shut it right off.
That's why you pull that shit out.
fake and gay.
You, well, yeah,
just-
some
I
of them
just-
you can, but they're probably
I
getting
miss
into
the old
point where
days
you
where it
can't.
was like you open the hood of your car, it's just motor
Correct.
and whatever essential items that were needed to
That's why you buy
actually make
old
it move.
shit.
Yeah,
Well, we have to because you can't fucking afford anything
Right.
new,
Can't
right?
afford anything new.
It's wild because like when I started working at the shop I'm at about 3.5-4 years ago, we were seeing more. I'd say
older shit.
no, we started seeing. Well, I mean, I obviously only knew what I was seeing, but for my boss was saying from the last 5 years, he's been seeing people put money into 20-year-old cars.
Yeah.
Good.
He has never
Good.
seen this in the 25 years he's been working. You
It's-
know?
My
It's-
biology professor in college, just
Yeah.
a throwback, had a 1975 Land Rover that had over a
Fuck
million
yeah.
miles on it.
Those things are indestructible.
Over a million miles on it.
8 motors later.
No,
No,
same
they're
motor, all
diesel,
original,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, those
all
things are
Those
original.
were
great.
the, it's probably
Yeah.
the V8 that they had to like they put the heads on the V8 that were V6 heads.
Oh yeah,
and the two
I
empty
know.
cylinders in
yeah,
the
yeah,
back.
that's Jaguar
I have
took
no-
a Ford engine and
yeah,
did that
I have no
because
idea
they were
what
so
that is.
lazy.
I remember the first time I saw them, like, what in the fuck?
I mean, it
is
makes
this?
sense, but it's also stupid.
It's also
so.
stupid.
That's
So-
I mean it.
and if you guys don't know what that is, it's literally a V8 and they put V6 on.
Yeah,
on it.
so-
so they're
Why?
just open jugs back there.
Well, in the early
It's just-
2000s, Ford owned Jaguar Land Rover,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
to cut costs on all the Jaguars and Land Rovers because they weren't selling very well at the time because
because
it
of
was
Formula One.
yeah, I don't know. It was kind of that weird era. I don't know if like all Mercedes looked weird and nobody bought them and shit like that. It was like a weird financial era. And so to cut costs, they created a V8 where they could fill 2 of the cylinders so they could make a V6
Huh.
and cut down on manufacturing costs, which
Everything
makes
was- yeah,
sense, but it
everything
was
was-
still the same weight as a V8 in a V6
the power.
vehicle. Yeah, so
I just it in terms of like just money
Yeah.
in general, I feel like you're gonna spend a lot less money repairing and rebuilding an old car than you are on a standard.
There's no rust.
well,
Correct.
yeah.
That's
Obviously,
the-
if you're gonna have to do body work, that's a whole
Yeah.
different ballgame.
Exactly,
But
yeah.
like,
Even
I
then,
feel like
fuck it.
if somebody's got some 20-year-old hunk of crap that you know
Yeah.
it's not, it's been garage. What you would hope was garage kept.
yeah, but,
I mean,
best
we
case
live in
scenario.
Illinois. It's you know.
It's
Salt is going to eat your car regardless.
It
but
is, yeah.
if you're, you know, lucky enough to find a gem, you know, I feel like financially it's going to be an easier time repairing that than going out and spending $50,000-$60,000 on a base model car.
yeah.
That's gonna break anyways.
Yeah.
You open the door while in drive, and it just like it stops you.
Most
like,
modern Chryslers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I don't know.
Yeah,
Just
I
too
think
much invasiveness. It's everywhere.
I think with the another factor when it comes to the money aspect is like as a consumer, I don't think a lot of people understand how advanced cars have become, even in just the last 5 to 10 years now. So we have all these automatic driving aids. You know, you got lane departure warning, you have object detection, you have like self correction in terms of the lane
light,
you're
like
in,
auto
you know.
lights on and off,
and then
all
you
the other stuff.
self braking and stuff like that. All of these things are working. If you leave them on, obviously you can turn them off
Auto
and
start,
stuff like
stop.
that. But some cars, when you shut the car off and come back, a lot of them will turn back on. But a lot of these things, you know, it's really expensive to fix, but also they're eating away at rear brakes more because, like, let's say you have those on, and if it's detecting objects or you're going off the lane, it's slowly applying the rear brakes to guide you back
Oh, that's interesting.
in. So rear brakes are actually wearing out more than the fronts, and they haven't
Which is
changed the
completely
design
opposite.
of the rear brakes to be
Yeah.
thicker or bigger or anything like that.
It is
So you're
different.
going
I didn't think
through
about that.
brake pads in like 30,000 miles. And it's like, what
you
the
get the
fuck?
Duralast specials, baby.
Basically, yeah.
Fucking warranty for life.
But also, like, now to just get a simple alignment, you know, $150. Now it's like, I mean, I don't really know
'Cause
what
now
the
you gotta
price is.
hook
You
computers
sometimes you
and
have
shit
to
up
go
to it.
to
You
the
have to,
dealership because
yeah.
now you have to put all these special boards that have like special pigments, so the car can detect it with the camera and know, say, where like the 0 point is for the vehicle.
Yeah. Everything's like, because it's
So-
all electric assist steering, or it's just
Correct.
electric. There's no power steering pump. There's no fluid. It's all it's a
Almost
contained.
none of them
it's a
have it,
contained
yeah.
rack with grease and then a big
Yeah.
motor that's bolted to the fucking, like, you know, firewall to the whatever,
Correct, which is
deckhead or whatever
still
they call
very
it.
efficient now and
It
cheaper
is,
to
but
replace.
like now you have to
but-
you align the wheels, and then you align the motor to the wheels, and then
Right.
the motor itself to the wheel that you turn, and then it's like a 3-step kind of like. I remember I had that Hyundai. I love that car, but that had electric steering, and I did my alignment, and it was like it wanted to like fight itself until
Yeah.
I went and kind of crashed it.
Yeah,
I
makes sense, right? Usually that happens.
Yeah, no, I didn't crash.
No,
Some
but like,
asshole T-bone me,
like
to
if
be
you don't
honest.
have those driving aids, it's still relatively straightforward to do an alignment. You know, you're
Yeah.
probably just doing toe and then you're
Yeah.
done or whatever.
This
but
shit, dude, string it, strings.
right,
like,
and you could
bring that
still
back.
do that. But the problem
Yeah.
with all these computer aided and camera aided self-driving things is now you have to tell it, hey, I changed the alignment.
Yep.
So because the car is still going to have, like, let's say the saved value of, let's say you were slightly off to the left the entire time you're driving.
So close
now
to
if
the
you
white
turn,
line or
yeah,
whatever,
so now
yeah.
now that you turn everything straight, it's going to think you're essentially either turning right or you're still turning left for some reason. And it's going
And
to
now
freak
you're in
out
the
that whole
ditch.
time. Correct. Yeah, so now it doesn't understand what's going on. It's going to be throwing warning lights and, you know, freaking out. So
And if you're not used to it, I'm lucky enough that I've been in. I travel, right? That's my job. But
Yeah.
like, we get in a lot of rental cars.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm in a one
Yeah, yeah.
Hyundai this week, and then
That's
the next
true.
I'm in a Honda, and then the week after it's a Ford. And every single one has got weird quirks.
Yep.
I shit you not, we were in a minivan, and one of my teammates was driving, an older guy, but he was
Yeah.
like. He's like, this thing's fighting me. I can't. And he went.
Why
to
won't it let
jerk
me go in the
wheel.
opposite lane of
Yeah,
traffic?
Like he wanted to go back into like the right lane or
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
the, you know, the normal travel lane.
Yeah.
And it fucking like jerked the
Yeah,
wheel
yep.
damn near out of his
Yep.
hand.
Yeah.
And it was kind of sketchy. All of us in the van were like, because there's like 5
Right,
of us.
because-
we're like, "Whoa!"
like well, it's like if you've never driven an electric car and it does the auto braking,
started-
you
yeah,
slam your
yeah.
face in the steering wheel
Yeah,
because, like,
same
naturally for the last like entire life that you've
started
been
yelling.
driving,
What the fuck?
you're
are
used to
piece of shit?
braking. You
I
know?
was, I had a rental for when I had to do that classes for when I worked at the diesel shop. They sent
Yeah.
me to their schooling.
Yeah.
I think I was driving a Nissan,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. Like,
Sounds about right.
as I'm driving, I'm like just going, and sometimes you'll stay one
Right,
side
yeah,
or
I mean,
another,
it's
but it's
normal.
like even when I went to go past somebody,
was like-
like turn the turn signal on, it was immediately like no.
Oh.
I'm like, my signal's on. I
Right,
want to
yeah.
depart that lane. Like, let me go.
No, Janny, you haven't done it yet.
It's like it wants you to wait a second while your turn signal's on, and then
Yeah.
the computer's like, oh, you're passing somebody. Got it.
It is convenient, I guess, when I like want to jam a burrito in my face and I
Yeah,
don't want to.
but
Like I
even
was
then-
like surprised when I was like, this motherfucker's doing 75
Right,
on
right.
its own, and I'm like
Even then, if you don't have your hands like
kind of ready.
10 and 2,
Yeah.
Yep.
and you're staring out the window or
Yeah.
at least somewhere, it immediately starts screaming at you,
Yeah.
like, put your hands
Yeah.
back on the
It
steering wheel.
depends on what you drive.
Besides that, too, each manufacturer has different specs
Yeah.
for what
Exactly.
they consider lane assist. You know,
That's true,
So like
yeah.
Kia's is like it's a soft suggestion. So like if you go out of the
Right.
lane, they're
Well,
like,
just
"Well,
look
that
at who
sucks.
drives
Hey,
them, so."
get back in the lane." But if you're like in Mercedes, it's like, "No, no,
Yeah.
no, nine, 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 nine."
Shuts off completely.
Oh,
Go back to school.
Fahren für dich.
The other lane.
So so obviously you've got quite a bit of. I mean, I wouldn't call it random knowledge, but it is kind of random knowledge of the whole
acquired-
work.
Since we
acquired
see
knowledge.
so
Yeah,
many
acquired
different
knowledge.
shit, you have to learn.
So
a lot.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's
said
a
you've
broad
have been
spectrum.
into the cars pretty much into
Yeah.
cars pretty much your whole life.
Yeah, basically.
How long have you been in like actual mechanics?
Probably the last 4 or 5 years. So
Okay.
before I worked at the shop I'm at right now, I was working for a restoration company that would essentially restore electronics and appliances
I think
from
I remember
fire
you
and
doing
water
that, yeah.
damage. So
I
like, let's say
remember
your house has a fire or something, your insurance policy may cover the repair or replacement of that stuff. So
Mhm.
our company would come in and see, hey, can I clean this shit out, or your laptop, and save you, a couple $100 or something like that from your policy, basically. So at that time, I was like, holy cow, I really like doing shit with my hands,
Techie
right?
shit, kind of like. Or,
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
wow, I get to take shit apart and put it back together. This is perfect for my autism, It's like, this is great. So then I was like, okay, well, this isn't going to be sustainable because this is like monkey work, basically. Anybody can do it. Essentially what we were doing. We weren't actually doing like circuit board repairs or shit like that.
Right,
We were
you
just
were
like,
base.
soldering,
yeah, just clean some
Soldering,
shit and put it back
vibration.
together, basically. So Legos,
Solder.
Yeah. So then I was like, okay, maybe I should look more into car shit because, like, literally that's all I've done my whole life, basically. That's like the constant throughout my life in some way or shape. So then I was looking at schools. In the Chicagoland area, there's a place called, Joliet Junior College, and they're known for their automotive program.
Yeah.
So I had already, gone there for other things, and then I was like, well, fuck it, I guess I'll try
Might as
it,
well.
and see, because, like, in my head, probably the last guy you had on, he didn't do any school, right? So in my head, I was like,
No,
oh, I'll just learn
a
it all,
dealer-
right?
Whatever dealership training.
Yeah,
stuff.
so
just a generic shit.
yeah,
but
I got like a quick little like 2-month job at like a lube shop, and I was like, holy fuck, I don't know anything, like, and also I was working with people who are way younger than me, and I was like, okay, this is a little embarrassing because I got far into my life and I'm not
Yeah.
doing anything basically.
Nah, fuck it.
So
There's no race.
no, yeah, but then I was like, okay, I really don't know anything. So then I was like, okay, I guess I'll try school. So I started taking classes there, and all the teachers were really amazing. Lots of knowledge, lots of years in the industry, no bullshit. Like, they would walk you through how you're supposed to do, and then they would tell you, okay, this is how everyone else does it, right? They
Right.
would give you both perspectives,
The-
instead of ramming down your throat, you have to torque everything. They
The,
just
bur-
be like,
the
okay,
book way and then the practical
exactly,
way. of
because
doing
it's
it.
still
Yeah.
important, because in reality, there's a lot of things most people don't torque down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking does it. Unless it's something
Well,
critical,
coders.
maybe like, yeah.
Click,
Yeah.
click.
Maybe like an engine component or suspension stuff, maybe you'll torque to yield shit like that, because you do know it's
Crank
important.
bolts.
Yeah, shit you don't want.
Okay.
How many
Something you
Ugga
don't want
Duggas?
to come out. Yeah, exactly. 4 Ugga Dugga settings,
Loctite.
Yeah. And then the next guy can never get it off.
Red Loctite.
Yeah.
No Loctite.
Yeah,
Stay
so
on it.
I'm JB welding that motherfucker in there. Just
yeah, there you go. Some RTV around it too,
We
just in
found the oil
case.
changer.
Yeah. No, so I went there. I really enjoyed it, and I learned quite a lot, honestly, because the good thing about that school is they actually have a shop there. So you can get shop experience guided through the teachers in a setting almost like a dealership. So you still have a service writer you have to go talk to when shit goes wrong. But the teachers are basically there as, like, your mentor, basically, right? Shit goes wrong, they fix it. Or, like, you're like, I don't know what the fuck that is. And they're like, dumbass, this is what this is, or
So you
whatever.
basically
so.
pay to be a mechanic at school?
Essentially, right? Isn't that funny? We're basically Chinese right now, so
I mean,
pay to do the work.
Pay to do the
don't
work.
Yeah.
most like mechanics worth their salt pay to be the mechanic anyway, because they're buying their own tools,
Exactly.
their own,
I mean, yeah, but they have income still.
Yeah, I
As
guess
a
at that
student,
point they
you're
have
paying
right.
for the course
Correct,
and
correct.
your tools probably.
The good thing is, at least through the school, they had programs where like Snap-on shit like
Yeah.
that. Everything was half
Oh,
off
that's
or
cool.
something like that. So
Well, what the fuck?
yeah,
I'm going to school.
yeah, no,
It's
it,
happened. Yeah,
but the thing
TTI
is,
was
like,
the same way.
when I started going through that school, I didn't buy any of those tools because, like, nowadays you can buy shit with warranties online for like a third the price of like
Hobo
Snap-on and shit.
Hobo
Yeah, or
Freight,
Gear
everything.
Wrench,
We
fucking
already know.
Tecton, everything. Like, they're so good nowadays. It's nothing like
I
when
like
my
Gear
boss
Wrench.
started. So
Gear wrench is good.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
your, and their tools are pretty nice.
As I've said,
Yeah.
just get what fucking works.
Oh, exactly.
I don't
It doesn't
fucking
matter.
care what name is on it.
Does it work and doesn't
yeah.
break? That's what matters.
Exactly.
A lot of
you
new
know?
like budget-friendly German and Chinese tools.
Yeah,
going on the
and
market.
actually Japan has some really
Yeah.
good
Man.
tools too.
Oh,
so
God.
yeah.
What, Seiko? No, not Seiko.
I know what you're thinking of. It has,
Mr. Subaru talks about them.
yeah,
all the
yeah, yeah.
time.
There's some really good brands out
There's
there
some
though.
crazy looking stuff, but
Amazon Essentials.
yeah. Amazon, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they get the like
It's
done,
true.
So.
If I get at least one good use out of it, I think I'm happy.
I don't
You
even
know,
Yeah.
care.
it's worth its salt.
Yeah, you got the job done, right? That was the whole point. So it was worth your money then. But yeah, no. So I went through that whole program. They'll walk you through. Basically, each class is for each system of the vehicle. Basically, so there's like manual transmission, automatic transmission.
Motors.
There's engine.
Electronics.
Like how you take an engine apart. Then there's engine performance, which is like all the electronics and sensors and like how the fuck does emissions work and shit like that. And then you got your suspension and alignment. Brakes, and then AC and heating and stuff like that. So you go through all of it, and it basically sets you up to take all the ASE certification tests, which is in this country is supposed to recognize a technician as knowledgeable on all those topics that you take those tests on. The only issue, like, it's really weird for our blue collar field, is like we're the only ones that aren't licensed, right? So like plumbers, electricians, all that, they're all licensed, right?
Kinda, no.
Or at least
It's
some-
they're supposed to
You're
be,
like
right?
certified though,
You're
right?
supposed to be like a certified. You're supposed to be licensed, but in our state, like electricians don't need to be. You
They
should
don't
be
need to.
certified,
Okay,
But, like,
but plumbers
electricians-
have to be, right?
I don't even.
Okay.
I don't. Sam should have.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't-
fuck.
yeah.
We gotta bring Sam back.
Yeah.
Sam,
I
we
think
got
he was
questions.
saying- yeah, I think he was saying. I mean, like anybody can do the work. 'Cause it's not like government
Okay.
man is. Not
As
like my
long as
brother is.
I'm guessing, as long as somebody
They
comes
meet-
back and is like,
Probably
I sign off
the
on
person who owns the company or something, right?
Yeah,
Whoever's
for
above
sure.
that.
yeah,
Is
because I think that's
probably-
what Sam was saying. Somebody at the
'Cause-
top has to have their license
Right.
Right. Okay.
that
Because
owns
like
it.
he's union, but non-union guys. Remember, non-union,
Yeah.
but they all have to.
They're
follow
not regulated.
Code.
Oh,
Remember,
right,
you
they have to do
follow,
code.
Like, code.
Right, and
Because
that's a little
people
different.
can't die in your building. For
Correct,
some reason,
because
or they can't
otherwise
shit
they-
For
and
some
then-
reason.
for
Yeah, some
they can't
reason
shit
outside
on
of
the
your
floor
problem.
and-
So
yeah.
so it's a little different because like you don't need certifications. Like
Yeah.
I mean, the guy you just had on last time, he probably when he
Randy?
started, he
No.
didn't have anything, right?
no,
and
I
he
don't
was
think-
doing essentially the most important thing on a vehicle, which is oil changes. It's so weird that we
what I
have
do.
people start with oil changes,
And more.
which you kind of have to because you're under the car, you're checking out, you're
Yeah.
seeing all this shit, right? Like what is that? What is this? But it's also
inspections in general.
exactly. It's also one of the most important processes, though, and it's weird that we trust people to do that with no experience. But I guess that you kind of have to start that way. But like the certifications, they're good to have because it shows I took the time to go through all this and learn it. But it doesn't mean you fucking know what you're doing
Yeah.
because you essentially do practice tests constantly. As long as you understand the theory, you can take these tests. But it doesn't mean I can go fix this problem or a customer has a concern, and I can essentially diagnose that
I
concern,
think
right?
that's all really the certification for. In my understanding,
Yeah.
that's all that certification is for. So when somebody walks in the shop and they,
Yeah.
they have a problem and you give an answer,
You fucked up my shit.
they're gonna look at
Yeah.
you. Say you have an ASC,
Right.
be like, oh, this guy actually has a certification and blah blah blah.
Right.
I think I like what he's saying compared to Joe Blow on the street that
Exactly.
just tried to fix it, which the guy on the street probably could do
Probably.
it.
He,
Absolutely.
yeah,
mechanic.
exactly. He's probably got 40 years of
Yeah.
experience on me,
But
but
a natural off the street consumer is going to be like, oh, well, they're
Exactly.
certified, so they definitely know what they're doing.
and the thing, yeah, and that's I feel like one of the biggest like
a caveat. Like
yeah,
a
or
fucking,
like something that consumers don't understand is like just because they have these
Right.
does not
I
mean
mean,
they know what the
I
fuck
can-
they're doing to your car.
Like, was that time I
know?
can put a piece of shit in a box and certify it's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Now it's
yeah.
certified that it's a piece of shit, but is that valuable in any means?
Well, and
yeah.
here's a whole
you
different
want
other,
a fucking label.
here's a whole
Yeah.
other different side of it, like just
Yeah.
certifications and stuff like that. A brand new lawyer can have his, on the bar. He can
Fair.
have his degree.
That's true.
He ain't know shit about what he's
could
doing,
do
but
the
he has
first
it.
20
Right.
cases that
Yeah.
he has, right?
Right.
Yeah,
he
that's
might
true.
not know what the fuck he's doing,
So
but he has
practical
his.
experience is always different than like book experience.
or like
Right.
on
100%.
paper
Yeah.
like degree.
But
Yeah,
I
for
would
sure.
say like the school definitely set you up very well for those.
You're
Yeah,
at
it's
the
a
school
start.
you
I
want,
definitely think
It's
it
a
did.
door that
Yeah.
opens.
That's what I say.
So-
It's theory, right? You learn the theory, like the
100%.
baseline,
Yeah.
and then you should develop from that.
And the bonus was that they had the shop, so you could be like, you were able to see the fucked up cars that came in. The
Yeah.
guy who hasn't maintained it in 20,000 miles and it's got no brakes and
Everything
everything's
makes a
falling
noise.
apart, and he's like, just do the oil change. Okay.
This is a question for all of you guys and our viewers and listeners, because this is like a topic, and I guess I'll explain a little bit about it. Do you guys think that there should be licensing requirements
That's a
for
good
like a
topic.
mechanic, for like, because
Yeah.
we license our doctors
We
and
do.
dentists, right?
I think that there should be basic curriculum for fucking everything.
True.
Yeah,
Because
well,
I think-
like being a parent.
Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
yeah,
Where, like,
100%.
unlicensed
Absolutely.
parents
There's a lot of
can
I
people
don't
that
know.
should not have babies.
I used
So-
to be on the strong mindset that you'd have to acquire a license to become a parent, but that goes on down a rabbit hole
Yeah,
of government
that's
oversight
slippery
and
No, I
slope.
their
agree.
hands
Yeah,
where it
there's
doesn't
It's a
belong.
slippery slope.
I think
There's
that
a fine
every
line there.
person should at least have to take a class,
Yeah.
like a basic class to like show that you have acquired this basic set of knowledge. What you do with it after that point is on you, and
Yeah.
it should be free. But then again, politics.
It already kind of is that way, and like I'm not shitting on anybody. I'm not shitting on people being parents, but
Yeah.
when you have somebody go into the hospital and they give birth and they're in there, there is always like nurses, doctors, and child care services always there, and if they're looking at the parents and seeing their body language and how they try and
That's
treat,
true.
they'll be like, "You're not fit to be a parent," and they just take that kid away.
They're supposed to be self-reporting.
Right,
Everybody
right,
who's
but
in
there
the
are
medical
they
field.
already kind of have
I-
that.
But
check.
they-
There's
they-
also-
It might
I
be
think they
state by s-
overuse.
it might be
I
state
think
by
they
state.
overuse that a little
But
bit
there's
sometimes.
also
Maybe
another side to that. Like they don't actually get into like the parenting classes until you're like getting a divorce.
Too late.
It's like, oh, well,
Now
well,
that you didn't do anything the whole time.
now that you fucked up your kids already, here we're gonna tell you how to be a parent.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like
I don't know. I
Yeah.
just bring this up because Steve Lato was talking about there's a state. I didn't watch the video. I just read the headline.
Okay.
I didn't even click on this video. Steve Lato is attorney from Michigan. He's practiced law for a lot of years. A
Yeah.
very like car culture guy. I don't know if you guys know who Steve Lato is.
I
Really good.
I do not.
No,
Anyways,
but maybe I've seen it.
Yeah, you
No.
guys, car culture guys, maybe you
probably
guys.
comes up.
But he had a video where there's states that wanting to license engineers now. Because
I saw-
engineers,
I did see that. I
Because
did see that,
engineers,
yeah.
I don't know what state, and that's what I should probably watch the video. It was only like 10 minutes,
Yeah.
but it's like the idea that engineers, you can graduate, like we graduated,
Correct,
and now
yeah.
we're working in the shop.
Right, and now
An
we're working
engineer
on
in
a
the same way. He's
6,000
like,
pound vehicle. You know?
he's just like goes out to a construction site, and he's like bridge.
looks good.
yeah,
Yep.
bridge, and then like
Next
that-
day it collapses and kills 400 people.
Right.
You know, it's like
And now this goes though to, do we need that much more? This goes down another conspiracy slipper. Do we need that much more oversight,
don't
or
know.
is it just like let the rules written in blood figure themselves out as they
So,
go?
I feel like yes and no.
I feel
Because
like
it's like that
listen.
for airplanes, right? It's
Listen,
like
we're going down a fucking
No,
tangent
yeah.
here. I think that the way that our world is going, we need as much oversight as we can get because people are fucking
You know what I mean?
stupid. They're stupid.
but
we're
also-
breeding idiots.
I
we're
get it.
breeding idiots.
Are we stupid because of the system?
right.
We are. They're making us stupid. They're taking away.
So-
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
taking
yeah.
away tactile knowledge and they're
They
replacing it
are.
with fucking AI, dude.
Right. Like so like how many of us or even the viewers, how many of you guys when you're in high school did you ever learn how to write a check?
I
Or
did.
Yes.
No,
I didn't.
I
Yes.
had a
We had a
checkbook in
whole
high school.
economics class.
We didn't do that.
Did you learn how to balance a checkbook?
I did.
No, I don't know how to do
We
that.
did.
No,
I
I
did.
didn't.
And I had my first
We
checkbook
learned-
at 16.
We learned the Constitution and how to balance a fucking checkbook.
that's
because
awesome.
We're Americans.
I didn't, and then I just fucked.
Right,
my
you had to
checking account
figure it out.
with
You had to
checks.
fucking figure it
yeah,
out.
I fucked it up, and I was like,
Yeah.
well, I guess we're never. Nah, that's why I don't carry checks anymore ever.
Yeah.
Like they were like, hey, you get checks with your bank account when I.
I mean,
reopen
I'll
this
use
one.
it
I was
for,
like,
like, you know,
no
big-
thanks, I don't
big
want
properties.
those.
You don't anymore.
I
You have
think-
to pay for them.
I
Yeah.
think in general there's a whole lack of knowledge. I don't think I want more oversight. I personally
No, it's-
don't think. You know what? I'm like, I get life is crazy and rough, and America wants to be so fucking
Like,
bureaucratic and
independent
paper
is-
fucking this. Guess what? There's a
Yeah.
reason why it takes $800 million to build a bridge in Texas and 20 years to do it.
Yeah.
That's why we have 400 years of fucking construction. Guess what China can do? In 48 hours, replace a whole fucking bridge in
Yeah,
2
but then it
days.
collapsed like 3 days later.
Dude, but it worked for like no,
I
but
got a couple people to go.
we can't say that anymore because
No.
China has. We get all our shit from China and it
We do, we
works.
do, yes.
It's functional. They just
It does
created
work.
and
Yeah.
developed the longest, tallest bridge on the planet with a fucking like a whole tourist trap built into it.
Yeah, yeah.
That is a feat of engineering. it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I can't shit on China. They are surpassing and I'm not saying I'm not pro-American, but there's just so many bureaucratic. That word.
Bureaucratic.
Yeah, thank you.
No, I get what you're saying.
Bureaucracy,
Like, there's
red tape.
some things they
There's
do
so much
very
red
well
tape.
that we
Yeah.
could learn from.
Not
at
in
least.
my backyard.
Yeah,
What are
yeah,
those
yeah.
people called?
Karens.
They took our. I don't know,
So,
man. It's just
Boomers.
You know what? There's a part of me because I travel. There's a part of me anytime I'm in a truck or
Yeah.
I'm on a plane. I'm like, if it goes down, I've made my choice. Maybe it's because
Yeah,
I've had
yeah.
a different life, but there's a lot of people that are like, my fucking life.
But also, you're probably not thinking about that when you're traveling, right? Like, hey, this bridge that's probably 80 years old hasn't been
I
serviced
think about it all
ever.
maybe
know,
that is different about me, but
Right, well,
I've
because
had
we're probably
multiple,
more
near-death experiences.
Well, yeah.
And also, it's hard to give a shit about anything that much when nobody else gives a shit. It seems
That's
like
true,
they care
that's true.
after it's too late, and then the laws come in and it changes. It makes everything worse. Obviously, I'm very pro 2A, very Second Amendment, and now that we think the world has gotten crazy. Let's introduce all these laws that constrict,
Law-abiding
safety,
citizens.
our safety,
the
basically.
law-abiding citizens.
Yeah.
Guess what? Mexico has some of the strictest gun laws in the
They
world,
do.
and they have some of the highest gun crime,
They
gun
do.
crime in the world.
Yep.
How does that fucking make sense?
it never translates the way that people think it's going to.
Exactly.
No,
translate.
yeah,
So
it's
I-
never.
Looks
Criminals
good on
will
paper.
always-
Right.
Execution is
Crime
terrible.
will always find a way.
I wanna
Well, also,
believe
yeah,
that.
the
Because
laws.
they're not following the rules to begin with.
Yeah,
They're gonna
exactly.
make rules for rules.
Yeah.
People aren't following rules.
Yeah,
more
yeah.
rules.
If a criminal wants to do a crime,
He's
they
gonna do
didn't
it.
already give a
Right.
shit about the
They're
law
not
either
following
way.
the rules to begin with.
Crime be
So why are
criming,
we
so-
making more rules?
Exactly.
That's what I'm like.
They're
think
gonna listen this time.
we have
True.
Before this, we lived in a jungle. It was survive and thrive. It was fucking figure it out. And I think people have become very complacent, not getting chased by a lion.
On paper,
I think
the way the world is
Yeah.
heading is that everyone's just getting dumber. So back to the original question. I do think that people need a course on how to fucking human.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you are born now,
is true,
you get
probably.
you get handed an iPad, and it's
Basically,
just like,
yeah.
hey, ooh,
Where's my
AI told
TikToks,
me
you know?
that I had to take a shit in 3 hours, and it's like you got people that are what 4 times our age. Well, I don't know what
You
math.
can't even use the
I didn't learn math
computer.
in school. So you got boomers
Yeah.
that are using AI to dictate everything they do.
I know.
The AI told me that this is a great idea and I'm going to do it. Bro, that's you just in a computer form.
Basically,
that's
yeah.
regurgitating your ideas to make you buy
talking
it.
to yourself, dude.
Right.
And it
it's just
validates what you already want.
Right. And it's just these people are running our country. These people are running our
true, to a point,
our
yeah.
companies.
Just
These
got on a
people
hell of a spiel.
I know. I think
people-
Well, that's why I said
gotta
earlier on.
crash out
This
right
is
there,
such a
dude.
spiel, dude.
You really could do your own side podcast with the shit that we normally
Yeah.
Just
talk
spiel.
about,
The
so,
shit we
yeah.
were just talking
normally
about.
talk about.
conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy.
Not
it's
even
fucking
that, no.
factual.
No, exactly. I think
Yeah.
people will just mislabel it because they don't want to talk about hard topics.
So,
right?
Well, that they
Yeah.
don't want to
Yeah,
realize the
agreed.
world they
So-
live in is dystopian
I'll-
to the max.
and
It's
it-
becoming more.
This
and more.
is
yeah, yeah.
this is reality.
Yes.
So the base question was,
do
get
we
back
want
to it.
the
We love the
certifications,
spiel.
right?
Was do we need certifications for basic
I feel like I feel
Yes.
like it's short answer, yeah, maybe, right?
I don't
Maybe
know if we need
should.
certifications.
I think we need them. I don't think they should
I
be
th-
required.
I think in my
mandatory?
mind,
Right.
if
Yeah.
you're gonna become a lube tech, which like you said is very
And
important.
they actually have their own certification for
Right.
that, so
If you're gonna
Go
be
to
a
Wix-
lube
Wix
tech,
filters, and they give you one if you take a course. And I got it. It's got a big
yeah,
phone.
Yeah.
but even amongst ASC,
like
Valvoline
for
has
where
a
I
class.
work, and I'm
Yeah.
it's just a standard
Right,
come
okay.
in, come out, your lube tech, tires,
Okay.
like basic necessities for a car. Like
Okay.
we don't do general mechanics, we
Right.
just do what's needed.
yeah,
We don't have any I'm the guy at work right now. A dude could come out, Joe Blow off the street,
Right.
knows not a fucking, doesn't
know
even
a
know
lot
how,
of Joe
barely
Blows.
knows how to turn his car on.
yeah.
What up, Joe?
But yeah,
He barely knows what he's doing. He knows
He could put
push
in
a
drive
button,
and
put it in drive.
you know, right?
And
mean, that's
he's like, okay. I'm like, my job is to teach him how to do shit properly.
Yeah.
Now, I could see not so much a certification, but a rundown course, have me in a shop somewhere else, not working.
Basic set of knowledge.
Yeah,
True,
where
true,
hey,
true.
this is how we do a fucking oil change.
But
Yeah.
that's training.
Yes,
That's
well,
a job
my
training.
But
Yeah.
before you come into the workforce and you start putting your hands on,
They do that
so-
in other countries.
Yes,
They do.
don't
yeah.
do it.
Don't
I-
have it
that-
on customers'
yeah.
cars because I've seen time and time again.
That's true.
You come in, doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and I can't. I can't hold your hand the entire time.
No.
I've got to do my job too. And he just fucks a customer's car
in
up.
Germany, they have this thing. I think it's called practicum. It's like it's practical knowledge that you acquire before you go into the workforce.
Right.
Sounds
So
great.
when you're in high school, you pick what you want to do.
You like shadow it.
Yeah,
It's like,
you
that's
pick what you
cool.
want to do, and you
Yeah.
go make practicum.
I have
you go to like the business.
Wow, I
that you
would have
wanna work
enjoyed
at.
high school so much
Yeah,
more if we got to
and
do that.
they
you
like
know?
guide you into the
Practical
workforce
knowledge.
because in other countries they value their
Workmanship,
employees. They
right?
value
Yeah.
your workmanship. They,
Not here,
they
baby.
value
Burn and churn.
they value
Merc,
society.
baby.
So they're like, how are we going to make you the most functional in society once you're done with schooling? And then
Yeah,
once
yeah.
you're done with school, most of the time you're placed into a job. Granted, there are those outliers that are like, well, I don't want to do this
I didn't want to
anymore.
do this
Right,
anyways.
that's-
yeah,
Right,
or
But they
whatever.
still have that
they still
knowledge,
have that
though,
knowledge,
you know?
so they go
Yeah.
into it and then they change later.
Right.
At that point, then you have to go into like a different job, like go work at a fucking gas station or something. I
Right.
don't know.
Yeah.
But like a different job that's somewhere else, like make your own thing or whatever. But like those, like Europe especially, I mean, yes, they're way more like bureaucratic with all their bullshit and stuff like
Right,
that.
but if we're just thinking about that one topic,
But
it
that
seems
one
like
topic
they do it very
specifically, they do their schooling is like leaps and bounds ahead of us. We're still in the stage of like post-industrial revolution education.
Yeah,
Our schools
basically.
are
Yeah,
outlaid
right.
like
No, it's-
prisons.
well. Sun goes up, sun goes down.
memorize.
Work,
nothing
work,
like-
Yeah.
work.
When was
field.
this president born?
Yeah.
You know, shit like that.
But
I do think some certifications would probably be good, or at least like you were saying, maybe just throw the dude or the girl in a fucking
Yeah,
shop
for
for
sure.
like a month. Like my school, I thought was great because when we did our first shop class, I could tell a lot of these.
You're talking about the college?
yeah,
not high school.
The
right?
college,
Okay.
correct? Sorry, the college I went to. They had 4 shop classes you had to take, and then basically based on the classes you have already taken, you could start doing more work, right? Water pumps or suspension, or you would just start out doing inspections and oil changes. And it was good because you'd see these like high schoolers, they had never touched a tool in their life.
Terrified.
So could you imagine having them apply to a dealership and they had never touched anything, and then the first thing they have to do is an oil change? Like that's what I think a
Yeah.
consumer doesn't understand. Is
I-
like you get these people, and they have good intentions, right? They
Right.
want to learn,
Yeah.
they want to work, but they don't know what they're doing.
Oh,
That's,
yeah,
that's okay too,
that's-
but they have
I've-
to find a way to
that was like the
access
problem
that,
with
know?
UT. That's the problem with UTI. That's where I went.
Yeah.
Universal Technical Institute. They teach you dealership level repairs and skills, but like they never showed you.
No, that's
Like we got undercar class and suspension class, but it's like they never was like they need a basic like inspection, oil change, tire class.
Yeah.
How
And-
I want to see everybody pull 4 tires off
Yeah.
and put them back.
balance them and,
And-
clean
or
the
what-
bead and
we-
all
yeah,
that. Yeah,
whatever.
Oh yeah,
100%.
and that's
None of
that's my
that was
job
ever a
now.
thing.
Yeah.
Because like when somebody new walks in the door, and since I've become my position, I've had 2 walk in the door
Yeah.
with 0 experience,
And that's fine. That's
and
good
that's
for them, you
that's
know?
cool. Blank slate,
Yeah.
I can work with that.
Exactly.
Both 2 different mindsets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One was like, dude, what are you doing? What can I help get on? What
Right.
can I do? And the other one's just,
It's a job.
I don't get it.
He's got
I
the
don't.
Zoomer stare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, and I
Talking
tried.
about that. We were, yeah.
And I went about it 2 different ways. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you're not getting it, and I can understand that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna work with you more. While this guy is like
You can almost let him
leaps
do
and
his
bounds.
thing,
Like
you know?
he's
Yeah.
like, dude, okay, cool. This is how we do
Right.
that. I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, hands on both of them, getting them
Right.
done. Like, no, they've never seen what the oil that comes out of their car would look like.
Right, exactly.
They're like, what the fuck is
They
that?
don't know what
Like,
color it is,
You know,
and-
they lift the
yeah.
car up. And they're like, oh, is that what it looks like under there? That's
Right.
crazy. Never looked at that before.
They get so scared under the lift the first time.
Oh yeah,
'Cause you
100%.
notice and they're
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
Dog.
I'm like swinging from the fucking front.
monkey over
Yeah,
here.
I'm like swinging from the fucking front axle to the rear off the drive shaft, and I'm like, oh, it's not falling apart.
Yeah,
and they're
but-
like, the truck is shaking.
But
it's
like
like-
some of the shit that we done. I actually picked up a car once with 3 arms. I was like, oh no,
Fuck.
time
It's
to go
going-
down.
yeah. But, like, I will admit, I guess the first time I went, I was a go-getter, but
Yeah.
like I was sketched out. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
is
it's a
this
different
gonna
world.
fucking-
I when I'm at work with my boss, we tend to reference the doctor field a lot because especially when it comes to customer interactions and shit like that. But like, I feel like we can, they're all essentially the same because like people will come in, right, and they'll be like, I'm having this problem. It makes a noise. Can you find out what the problem is? But they don't give you any fucking details.
Oh yeah, it's very good.
when or how.
Yeah,
or
but
what
then
condition.
and then you try and pry and prod, and sometimes they'll give you stuff, or like you'll get phone calls, and they're like, I think I need this replaced, and then they're like, quote it for me, and it's like, do you call your doctor? and You're like, hey, my arm's broken, can you quote this for me? Like, no, you fucking go in, you
What's
get
that gonna
checked
cost?
out,
I
you
just-
get,
Reality,
I
yeah.
just had something like, okay,
you
so
know,
I just had something like that yesterday at work. Lady come in. She wanted an oil change.
Right.
She wanted. Our standard is like we check every available fluid that's available to us. We don't generally check with brake fluid, but we will check it.
Impossible to do now for any fluid.
Sealed.
Well, yeah, everything's sealed.
Yeah.
We'll check your wipers, air filter, cabin filter if you want it.
Your essentials.
Just make sure your tires are good, air it up, wash your windshield, and I'll go above and beyond. I'll wash your floor pads if they're like the WeatherTechs.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're supposed to vacuum too. It's I'll go above and beyond.
Why not?
If you have a heavy smoker, I'll do the inside of the windshield because I want to see when I leave the shop. It's not,
Yep.
Oh man, what the hell is that?
Man, I didn't know I got tinted windows.
I always try and go a little bit because I have the mindset of I want you to I want you to leave a little bit better than how you came in.
Exactly.
But she came in, she wanted an oil change, she wanted air filter wipers, and she said she wanted a whole new set of tires.
Yeah.
Because somebody told her she needed new tires.
Okay.
It's like, okay, she came in. I think she had a set of Pirellis on her car.
Yeah.
Or Michelin's or Pirelli. She had a good set of tires. Or no, it was Continentals. She had a brand, a good set of Continentals on her car.
Yeah.
And we're looking at it, and I'm just like,
You don't need
this
tires.
lady wanted tires?
Yeah.
Shop told her she needed new tires. She had like a 7/32 on her tire tread.
Damn.
That's halfway.
You
That's
have a brand new tire.
Basically, yeah.
The Continentals are 11/32 when you start. You haven't even hit half life yet. And she's like, oh, well, they told me I needed them. I'm like, maybe a balance and rotation, sure. Like, I get you that.
I think that is also one of the biggest issues in our industry is, as a consumer, not even that, just
honesty.
Yes, 100%, because it's
preach this all day.
You don't know anything about this topic, and that's okay because you're going to somebody you want to trust, right? Like, that's why you go to a doctor, because you don't know how to fucking work on yourself, right?
You can't trust them either.
That's a whole different topic. But
kidney's got to come out.
I need one, so take that one out. No, but as a consumer, you're like, fuck, something's wrong with my car. I gotta go get it checked out, and I trust this person, right? But then you see all these other things online, like for example, oil changes, right? There's so many different intervals that people post and talk about, like the fucking dealerships say 10,000,
20,000,
and then filters probably say like 7,500 or whatever. Yeah. But you should always do 3,000 to 5,000, no matter what fucking car.
Base 3,000, base 3,000. That's what I try and keep my truck at roughly.
And I can see why it's so confusing as a customer.
A clueless cut,
or just somebody who just exists. They don't want to put effort into knowing that. They just want to trust somebody, right? And then they have 4 different people telling them something different. It's like, who do I trust?
Well, I learned something very interesting this week. One of those today I learned moments that industry spec, acceptable rate for burning oil is 1 quart for every 1,000 miles.
Yep, which is wild.
Which is insane.
It's
so if
wild.
you don't change it,
I didn't even know that. I thought it was 1 quart.
I thought
every,
it was
3,000.
I thought it was
No.
industry standard is 1 for every 1,000.
Yeah, that is
some
wild.
Some manufacturers will rate it like 1 per 3 or 1 per 5.
I thought that was.
But that's why the industry standard for oil changes should be 3,000, because if you go 5,000, 7,000 miles on an oil change and you're burning a quart every 1,000 miles, your engine's bricked.
Oh yeah.
You're fucked.
And the problem is also we're so focused, well, here in the States at least, because we're pushing for emissions so hard, the piston rings are smaller and smaller every single last couple of years, and they wear out or they fill up with carbon, and then the oil gets past them, and you're just sucking oil in your engine.
Kia just had a recall on their Seltos models
again.
They
lost a giant lawsuit.
They were burning oil because the piston rings were malformed, and they would either melt or they would crack, and they would get carbon and all kinds of. They start building oil or burning oil, and you would go fucking. Because their cars recommend 7,500 mile intervals,
which is just fucking wild, because they just came off of the back end of a 10-15 year long streak of a lawsuit that they have to enact. In case nobody knows, but all their engines since 2010 all have oil consumption issues, and they have a 10-year 100,000 mile warranty. And I love seeing the commercials because they boast about it in them. But the only reason why they have that is because they lost this massive lawsuit.
So they
have to do it. So, and a lot of dealerships are just doing it. And the thing is, the engine is the let's say you get your engine replaced, right? You're within the mileage, and then that engine goes, because the engine has less miles than the warranty, they'll replace it again. So you're just fucking cycling
engines,
so.
pop canning engines, one
So-
after another.
The 3000, like our job, I don't know if all shops do it. I know a lot of shops will put your oil sticker.
Yeah,
Like, hey, we
do
changed
that too. Yeah.
Here's your mileage, whatever.
Right.
This is the oil we put in, and ours always says 3000.
Yeah, we
Always.
no matter the car, unless it's European, because we'll do 5 for that, because generally they're fine.
They
we
have
put
like 8 quarts, 10 quarts.
it's true, but also generally they are kind of built a little better, so they
True
can
that.
when you take the oil out at 5,000-6,000 miles, it still looks like nice, like a beer or amber or whatever.
Yeah.
It's the oil that's supposed to look like.
Or you're
So.
that crazy motherfucker that I had to do last night.
Yeah.
He's like, can I do all royal purple and K&N filters?
Yeah, if
I'm
you
like,
want to spend
Jesus
$400,
Christ. He had like 6,
retard.
7
Shit's
quarts,
made by
and
the
he's
devil.
like,
Yeah.
I want to do royal purple.
Okay,
I'm like,
sure.
fuck, okay.
If he wants it, I
Yeah.
won't tell my customer no, but I'll tell him I should.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
not. I'd recommend a different.
And that's like, at work when I'm doing stuff, I'm like, somebody will come in and they're like, even a battery, like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
my battery's bad. Can you just replace it? And like, hold on.
Let's test it. Let's
Let
make
me
sure,
put my
yeah.
big tester
Right,
on it,
right,
make
right.
sure it's actually the battery and not, an
and, like,
alternator
to their
or a
credit-
ground or.
Yeah, I mean, to like people's credit, sometimes you do know what you're talking about, right? But like, it's like going to the doctor too. It's like it's, hey, this shit hurts or this feels weird.
Yeah, and
You're
then
like,
this doctor
can
tells
I
you
have
this,
this
and then this
medicine,
doctor
right?
tells
It's
you
like, whoa,
something
let's double check everything, because true, maybe you do need a battery, but why did it fail, right?
Right.
Do you have a bad alternator? Do you have high resistance through
Something.
a wire somewhere
hell,
or something?
A ground.
Exactly.
A ground strap.
Wire, something.
Something, right?
But-
so,
Bolt loosened
or
up.
do you have a parasitic draw somewhere?
Yeah,
And
and
you just don't
so
know.
a lot of times
So.
they'll come in and I'll put my big tester on it and it'll say bad battery.
Right.
One of the cells was just fucked up. Like,
Right.
oh, okay.
Right, and that's 90% of the time.
You get
So-
but
it's always good
not
to,
shitting on Walmart's batteries or anything, but they are
the
called
fucking-
never starts
what, yeah,
for a
never
reason.
lasts.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
I'm on my
But-
second one right now.
I was about to say, I almost feel like I've been 3 years on this one, and it's a gold top, and I was like, I feel like it's cranking slower. So I'm
You do
like,
get what you pay for it, though.
But
You do get
AC
what you know-
Delco is by far the best.
Yeah.
That's the only.
Interstate
Yeah, AC
Duracell.
Delco is the only one we use at work, and
Really?
they last 5-6 years.
Interstate.
But-
I like the Interstate.
you'll
Duracell.
have them
Yeah.
come in and I'm just like, let me before you go gung ho and slap a new
Yeah,
battery.
and it's
let
not
me
even
check.
like we don't. Like, we're not trying to be facetious or anything.
No,
we'll gladly
absolutely not.
sell you a battery, but we want to make sure we're doing it right.
Right,
because
I'd rather
the
you not
second I
s-
put that battery in, and it fails again, it's
Now,
my fault.
Now you're an
Well,
asshole.
that's
Right?
I
But
had
it's not
one-
your fault because you told me you wanted a
Right.
battery. No, it's my fault because I put the
That's
battery
like
in.
I had an instance earlier this week. This guy had
So.
an Acura SUV. It had a V8 in it. I don't remember. It was like a Q56 or something like that.
Oh, you're talking
That's
about
a
Nissan.
or Infinity. Infinity.
Infinity.
Q50.
Yeah, Acura.
Oh, it is an
Acura doesn't
Infinity,
have
yeah.
any V8s.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Infinity. Sorry.
Unless they
Six all
fucking
day.
it had
swap
the,
something.
it had the
Shit.
fucking
Yeah,
it had like the fucking
yeah, that's Infinity.
Yeah.
Q50, I do like those.
Giant
SUVs. They're
pieces of
huge.
garbage, though.
Armadas. That's
God.
a Nissan Armada.
So he comes up
Yeah.
talking to me. He's like, "Hey man, my car's dead in the parking lot."
Fun.
I'm
Yeah.
like, "Okay." He's like, "Yeah, I went to start it. Battery light was on, and it just doesn't do. It won't even keep running."
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm like, "Well, that doesn't sound like just a battery
No,
issue.
no,
that sounds like you got more than what's going on." But let
Exactly.
me grab my tester. Let me grab my battery jump pack. We'll go out there. We'll see what we can do.
right.
I test it, and it's like, it says good. Like my little tester will just test basic like cold
Voltage
cranking amps,
or
voltage
yeah.
and cold
Okay,
cranks.
Okay, but not load.
My
or
big
anything.
tester
Yeah.
will put a load test on it. It'll
Okay,
check
yeah,
the cell
yeah.
health of the cells. It's a lot better.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to roll this big hunk
No,
of
yeah,
shit out
yeah.
there
Do a
and try
quick
and do that.
test.
So pulled the little one out. It's like, good retest.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so I'm looking through. It's got like 710 cold cranking amps is supposed
Yeah,
to
it
be.
seems okay.
Well, that's what it's supposed to be.
Oh,
It's
okay.
showing 165.
Oh, it got that
I'm like,
cell.
you've probably got a bad battery, but
Yeah.
let me try and put the jump pack on. Let's
Yes,
see if we can
yeah.
get it started. Let an alternator kick on, and let's see if we can get it to the back.
Yeah, yeah.
Kick turns it on. Nothing on the dash is running.
Nice.
Nothing is going on. It
Sounds
just
good.
He puts it in drive. It goes 2 feet and it's dead.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna guess you have a little bit more of an issue than a battery.
probably.
But if you want me to throw a battery in, I can't. It'll get you home. It will get
That's-
you home.
Yeah, that's true.
At-
Hopefully.
Yeah,
it'll get you.
Holmes,
just
Missouri,
keep the
brother.
throttle going, you know.
He's like, I'm like,
North
even
Dakota.
throttling it,
We
it
have
wouldn't.
another guest on the show.
Yeah, we got a little mouse friend. over
Mousey?
there.
Oh, yeah.
He was running around earlier. So
Check it out. I'm not flipping the camera. Y'all
He's
just
looking
have
for
to
that
trust
donut.
us
Yeah,
and
yeah.
believe us.
You can smell them donuts.
Probably
he's
can.
small, not a
Just
New
stop
York
that
mouse.
bastard
So.
out.
So the way we had to do this, because he had that, and then he had a big fucking like Chevy van,
Yeah.
like the old school
Oh
like
yeah,
90s.
yeah,
20
yeah.
vans.
Fuck yeah, let's
Yeah,
go.
dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck. He hooked a chain
Safari.
and dragged that bitch around the side of the building, and he's like, all right. We ended up pushing it in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, put the big tester on it. It's like, no, absolutely not bad battery. I'm like, all right,
Yep.
well, I guarantee it's not just a battery.
No, yeah,
because when
not
we're
the way it
sitting
was running,
outside, I'm
so.
like, dude, it's probably battery alternator or battery ground. It's something that's
Yeah.
not letting your battery get a charge. He's like, oh, don't say that. I'm like, I'm just giving you the worst news
Oh
now.
no, I have to put money into my car.
Yeah, I know,
Wow,
right.
the
Right.
thing that
Something
is
like
the
that.
second
Every
most
minute.
expensive thing you ever buy in your life. You have to put money
I'm
into.
like, dude, I'm giving you the worst news now,
Yeah.
so you're not gonna be like, whoa, that's outrageous.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. I do find it fascinating,
But-
but like the lack, there are so many extremes of maintenance, lack
You're right.
of maintenance that
Yeah.
people do, or when they are surprised by something like.
Why?
Yeah.
No.
And the thing is, so like our shop, I'm not gonna say our labor rate, but it is low for
$1
the area.
million.
Yeah, yeah. Our labor rate is low for the area because we're just a kind of small mom and pop
You have to
shop.
be
We
competitive.
have 4 or 5 employees, and that's all we need to bang out work. And we're not just breaks. I mean, my fucking boss pulled a VQ engine out of one of those Nissan Pathfinders. It's probably like 30 hours of work because you have to drop the whole fucking
It's a subframe.
subframe, the transmission, the engine. You have to split it, all that.
Yeah, body
And it was
raises
all-wheel
up.
drive, so we had to drop half that too.
It comes with the transfer case and trans.
Yeah, you have to split all that shit. But yeah, it's just surprising that people get amazed by the price of things when they buy something. So like, I see it a lot when it comes to German vehicles, right? You get these. Anybody who buys them just thinks, oh well, they're reliable. Yeah.
50,000
but
miles.
also you have to maintain it.
Yeah.
To
And
be
the
it,
maintenance for them is like 2-3 times that of a normal vehicle or something,
Is he over here?
He was like right next to me, the mouse.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty daring, I guess. So
And I felt bad for the old guy
yeah,
when I did his battery. Oh, he's right there. Hey, little guy. Wow, he is.
He's like coming up. He might be on camera. Ah!
fucking
He-
come up your
But
leg
I
or
felt
something.
bad because slap a brand new battery, get all everything
Yeah.
situated good. Oh, you're going for your book back.
He's in the
Yeah.
His battery light was still on.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
alternator
yeah,
at least,
you're
or
probably looking at
bad
an alternator.
wire or some shit. Yeah.
Like you're gonna have more diagnostic
Yeah.
on this, and he's like, oh, the alternator's at like the bottom of the motor.
Yep.
I'm like that.
Well, it's easy when you're on lift.
Yeah, well, I'm like, I hate to give you the bad news, man.
Yeah.
This will probably get you home.
Yeah.
Not much more than that.
Nah, you're looking at. He was kind of not happy about it, but I'm like, this is the best I can do in this shop. I can't.
Yeah. I mean, You still helped, and that's
unfortunately,
what
I mean,
matters,
I try
so.
and break the bad news as first. Get it out
Your
that.
shit's fucked, brother.
well, and the thing is, it's
Get
not,
out.
it's not even that bad of news either. It's like shit breaks.
Shit
Fucking fix
people
it.
like
You
talking
know,
about it,
like
yeah.
if you
How could
want it
this
to work,
happen?
just
People
fix
want
it.
everything to
so.
last forever.
It's one thing if it was self-induced, like, oh, I never did an oil change, or I went 10,000 every time on my oil, and now I have ticking noise. It's like, okay, well, now you're a retard. So
I've had some come in and they're like, oh yeah, we had all this work done and blah blah blah, and I'm doing an oil change, and I
Yeah.
look up and coated
It's
with oil.
shit.
I'm
Oh,
like, it's
shit.
just
They did all the
oil,
easy
and
shit.
It's fresh
Yeah.
oil.
Yeah.
It's not stuff that's
Oh.
been sitting there. It's fresh. Like
and then there's RTV everywhere.
I'm like, so you've got an oil leak. What? How?
Yeah.
I'm like, I couldn't tell you why.
Because I just drilled
Yeah.
a hole right now.
Yeah.
I
Like-
just
But
did
my
it.
fault.
Yeah.
I mean, they're mad because they spent a lot of money, right?
Yeah,
and they
absolutely.
expect that person to find all the
Yeah.
issues,
Right.
and I totally understand.
Well, and it's
that,
like,
so.
it depends on the shop, because if you walk in like
100%.
I've got the head's blown.
yeah.
That's all they're gonna fucking work on for the
Yeah.
most part. Hey, your head's blown.
That's,
All right,
well,
replace
that's
that.
the biggest issue, right?
Yeah.
It's like
They're
fucking
gonna make
get in
sure
a
they
car
don't
accident, your arm gets ripped off,
Yeah.
but your ankle hurts. I think they're a little more concerned
Worried
about the
about
arm.
the arm,
you know?
Like
Yeah.
they're gonna replace that head, make sure nothing's leaking from the head.
But they'll
make
probably
sure
tell
don't
you
see
the other
anything.
problems. Be like, but
Yeah,
hey, let's get
you
you on
know,
the road first. You
Like
know,
if somebody come in, I have it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, somebody come in like, oh, I have a hole in my tire. Okay, let me pull that shit
Sidewall.
off. Yeah, sidewall. Yeah, sidewall. Or
you can't just patch it.
or it's like, hey, my tire's
Yeah.
leaking. I'll pull that motherfucker off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, tire looks a little old. I'll
Yeah.
look at it. It's from like 2014. I'm like,
Wow.
I
touch it.
I can't do
I can't
anything.
I
with
can't
it.
even look at
It's
it.
a 10-year-old, 14-year-old tire. I'm
Not going
sorry.
near it.
And they're like, why? Why can't you just put a patch in it?
I know.
I'm like, because this tire is so fucking old. If I break that bead, there's
It's
a
my
chance that
fault.
bitch is just going to go boop.
Well, also, you might get hurt.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of comes back to, like, we were, I guess we not really went off topic, but, like, the certifications, right? So, like...
Wait, hold on, Nick. Before we do, I saw my camera light is coming on.
Oh,
so
sure.
Let's
We'll take
give-
a 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
that's
take a
fine.
10. I
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
check my batteries.
Good
and stuff,
stopping point,
so,
probably,
Yeah,
so.
when we come back, we are gonna talk about more bullshit.
Good, because I got to pee anyway. So
Cool. All right,
catch the
guys. We'll
mouse.
see you here in a quick edit. What's up, everybody? We're back. Took a quick break. Had to take a piss. Actually, I didn't. But where were we? We were talking about.
we were ending up our conversation about
licenses or some
certification.
shit?
Yeah,
You
like,
had an
if
idea about
techs need
license.
certifications, so consumers feel more, confident about shit like that.
So they
Or
trust us
just be
less.
more honest.
So it's
Yeah, honestly, that's the biggest thing.
yeah.
Because consumers are always led astray, right? Because they get 6 different viewpoints, and then who do I
Yeah.
trust?
And
you
then
know?
YouTube said this,
That
but
too, yeah.
Reddit said that.
Exactly.
and
Dude, I do that to myself, though.
I think most of us do, though. We are such a informed yet stupid
Well, I don't trust
like,
anybody,
culture now.
but except for like you guys. So like, it's YouTube,
Let me
it's
tell you
YouTube,
something, buddy.
Reddit, YouTube, Reddit, and then Mario.
Nice.
Oh shit. No, I mean I think I get where that comes from, but I'm also like,
Yeah.
dude, let's go back to the way of survival. Like, I understand that there's some psycho out there while I'm driving down the road. He's just like, it's over, and he fucking careens into me. So like,
Yeah, but I think,
I've
I
thought
think what it
about
comes
that
down
so
to
many
though is
times.
like probably a consumer, and even just from like a liability standpoint, you want to know that that dude or that girl is certified to work on your 6,000-pound beast that's about to run over a kid.
I mean that's how the diesel. Like, we're looking at a diesel truck. We have to be DOT certified
They have
mechanics.
to, but
like,
that's
yeah.
that's only because
We have to have the
the federal government cares about that. They don't give a
Yeah.
fuck about all the
Nah,
consumer
everything
cars
else,
on the
right.
road. So like the guy next to you at the stop sign probably has no brakes, suspension's about to
Music
explode.
loud as
Yeah, and then you see this, the car's fucking wiggling around. You're like, oh, that's normal.
But on the
Like,
flip side, do you want that oversight? Do you want them telling you that you
No,
can't? do
I
it?
Exactly,
don't.
yeah.
No, you
well, and
don't.
that's the problem. So some states you have to do yearly inspections, like New York. They have to make sure your car is safe and shit like that. And then it's like the burden of fixing the car is on the consumer. But it's like you want to enforce this
Right.
to make sure the car's
Yeah.
safe.
Well-
but then the federal government doesn't come in to help.
Yeah,
So it's
I-
like, what the fuck?
I don't know about other states, but like I know Illinois has like we need to pass emissions.
Yeah,
So
that's a
there's a
whole
minimum
different ball
check.
game there. Too.
Emissions is, but like I get New York. New York has a whole
Yeah.
undercarriage inspection,
like the
and-
physical body of the
yeah,
car
it-
on
there's
top of
more than-
emissions
right.
as well.
California
so.
is wild like that. If I remember,
Yeah, well,
They
California's a
have
different country. So it doesn't even
California,
matter,
baby. So
But yeah, I mean, emissions suck. That's probably the number one expensive thing outside of people not maintaining their car when it comes to fluids.
yeah,
That succumbs people to financial issues because the burden of keeping this product within whatever limit it needs to be is now on the consumer instead.
of
Like-
a regulated.
Yeah, like think of it this way: you want to recycle stuff. They always tell you to recycle shit, right? But then you have to pay for the
Same litter
recycling bin.
Same litter bin.
Yeah.
though,
A lot
yeah.
of municipalities don't offer recycling because it's too expensive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Or
it's
like
like, why the fuck do
rural
I?
areas, right?
Yeah.
Rural areas.
Why do
don't.
I have to fix my car because you said so, but you're not going to give me the money? But then you look at federal agencies; they don't put any money into the emissions of their vehicles and stuff like that. A lot of the diesel shit, they take all the emission stuff off.
Yeah.
So it's like,
No,
fuck you,
None
you
of
know?
the government stuff has emissions.
Exactly.
And you
But
look
it's
at, like,
it's my
right,
problem
it's
now
your
because
pro-
the polar bears are sad.
because their balls are shrinking.
I'm sorry. It should be on the person who made the fucking vehicle to fix it. And also, all they focus on is what's coming out of the tailpipe, not like, oh hey, you're leaking oil.
Yeah, you're
that
right,
kills shit.
exactly.
The fucking transmission oil that's coming out.
Antifreeze that I'm like
Yeah.
in the
I don't
fucking
s-
ditch when I'm like.
I
trying
don't
to
see
get-
the government or the manufacturer stepping up. Say, hey, we'll fix that for you because that failed.
Yeah, and then
Outside of normal wear and tear.
then you see
so.
like the Maersk, the giantest ships on the planet, or like a Carnival cruise ship
Yeah.
that burns hundreds of thousands of crude diesel oil or
Yeah, so
fuel or whatever they
people
call it.
can pee out
Crude-
the side of the
crude fuel or
boat
whatever.
on the boat while they're
And,
going to Guatemala or
like,
something.
Nothing makes sense.
Yeah.
And we're talking about like even in the same sense of like windmills. There's like a lot of windmills in the Midwest. Like you can't recycle those blades. Like
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
shit
what I've heard.
burns and like we just
Yeah.
been burying hundreds and thousands of blades in random parts of the desert, and hopefully in the future they can just fucking turn it into playground dust or whatever we do now.
So
And, like,
Jimmy can cut his ankles on the slide, you know?
and the same thing with like all the solar stuff. Like
Oh,
that
yeah, that's
silica
a whole
is like
different
you can't recycle. There's just a
There's
lot.
probably a way,
Let's
but
keep
it
making
costs
more
too much,
laws
and they don't
I
want to do
care,
it.
dude.
So.
Give me my microplastics. Fucking kill my sperm. I don't give a shit. I'm lucky to live the life I do in America, and I'm very fortunate to have it. But also, it's like, dude, other parts of the world are crazy compared to us, and I don't think we need to be that much more regulated.
Yeah,
so.
there's definitely a fine line on it
I
because
hate being informed.
right, yeah.
But
so
then the more you
depressing.
find
It
out,
is,
the
it
less
is,
you know.
yeah.
I'm so fucking ignorant and stupid to everything else. So like, I feel so fucking dumb, dude. Like, I don't get how any of that does make sense.
And it's hard to like, you know, for a customer because they come in, they got a check engine light, right? The car's running fantastic, but it has an emissions light on. And it doesn't
money light-
affect the
the money
fucking
light's
car.
on the
Exactly. That's why they
dash.
call it the money light. The only reason your check engine light comes on is for emissions.
Emissions, it's the only
It's not
reason.
because your
No.
car is gonna
Like catalytic
blow
converter.
up or something like that. Because the manufacturer does not give a fuck about your car.
No.
They care about meeting the government regulation, and that's it.
Unless you ask
so-
Volkswagen,
Well, I don't blame them. I mean,
they cheated it for a
why not?
decade
Fuck
or whatever.
It, you know?
And
Cars
so did
still ran
Hoodos.
great, and they're super
They're
reliable.
very
The diesel
reliable.
They
ones.
bought all those cars back and they
They-
parked them in parking
and
lots
then
across the
crushed
country.
them.
It's so stupid.
Crushed
Some of them
got-
still have them
Perfectly
in the
normal.
parking lots.
And all because of a number, right?
Yeah.
And so now we're wasting on this product that
Yep.
could have gone to people in need. Like, hey, I can't afford a car. Just give them the
They
car.
lost
Just
like,
give
what
them
was
the
like
fucking
$20
car.
billion or something like that.
Something
It was
wild.
Billions.
Yeah.
It was
It
billions.
was a lot.
Yeah.
You ready to? Yeah, dude, we can move
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
You're
no, I
like,
was like,
Caleb's
I'm
on a
just
time
trying to-
yeah, we
constraint,
are
so-
on a time constraint. So let's speed. Bye, guys.
No, I was just
Do
trying
you
to see
like
where-
this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
there
why I was
you go.
like, wait, where's our
Just-
next point here?
just-
Yeah,
slam
we
it
were
in
looking
there.
at our bullet points here.
But
Oh,
we've been-
let's talk about assholes real quick. Do you work and have you worked with assholes?
No, I've got really lucky since
What about the kids you work? It's a school kids.
I wouldn't say assholes, probably retards is more
Yeah,
like the word.
retards. There's retards
Yeah.
everywhere, right?
There's one kid, I'm not gonna name drop, but he was like the most autistic person I've ever met, and all he would ever talk about was LS engines. Like I would come in to shop class at 8 in the fucking morning, turn the corner, come into classroom, and this fucking weirdo is like giving like dimensions to bearings on a fucking Hemi. I'm like, bro, I just had cereal 20 minutes ago.
Shut the fuck up.
Nobody gives a fuck. Like, and he was like predecessor boomer in somebody's body, like a young person's body. He was like a 50-year-old born today. It is so weird. I mean, to his credit, he's very knowledgeable.
There's
but,
retards in every. I'm pretty retarded. I can't.
But no, personally, I haven't met. I really haven't had anybody that I'm like, wow,
Not like that.
you're
You're
a
like this
dick.
guy fucking
No,
sucks.
no, I've gotten pretty
Right.
lucky. Now I have heard a lot of stories. You know, there's a lot of shops that probably have shitty people,
Yeah.
but no, I've been very
You'll
lucky.
meet a bunch of them. Hopefully not, right? But, like,
Yeah, hopefully not. I mean,
even-
usually you want to go with like-minded people, right? I've gotten lucky.
I work with
so-
multiple teams and I'm like, there's some guys that I'm like, why are you such? You make
Yeah.
everybody's life difficult, but
Exactly.
that's good. At least you don't.
No,
so.
yeah.
I mean, they're everywhere. That was always a question I asked. But now, one of you guys usually always ask this. The last point.
Wait, which one?
Do you see
Oh yeah,
yourself?
you do. Oh, like, wait, which
Yeah,
point?
you
What-
guys
what do
usually
I
ask
do?
this, or like, do
Yeah.
you like this, or do you? Yeah.
Well, in the "Do you like this" thread, like, do you see yourself doing this for the rest of your life?
Probably, I would probably at least for 20 years, I would say. Obviously, it's a harder industry because your body takes a toll.
Yeah.
Hell
But
yeah.
I try to be proactive. I have a foam mat for my knees and shit like
Fuck
that.
yeah, pussy pad all day. I
I don't
give a
care. Yeah,
dude.
fuck everybody who doesn't use
Yeah.
it. Like my knees are important.
Yeah.
I think so because one, I put so much effort into it, and it's really all I know,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I can't really do anything else. I would look. I mean, I have some interests and things I could probably jump into, but I would be
You're
at
not gonna go
a knowledge
brain
deficit,
surgeon
right?
tomorrow.
Yeah, basically.
What are you talking about? Went to school for that for like 12 years.
Just drilling.
Right? Yeah, that's good. They did it back in the day, right? With a hammer
Concur,
and
doctor, I concur.
Can you lobotomize the fuck out of me, please?
Isn't that like right?
yeah,
Here?
they go between your eye sockets
Yeah.
usually. So
They used to go up your nose.
they also could do that as well. Yeah.
9
To get the
millimeter
deep-
up my
the-
nose. Hey.
They now do hemisphere separations instead of like lobotomies. They just crack your skull
Yep.
open and you cut your brain in half.
They do
They
that.
let the wind flow through for a second, cool you off. They cool you down and seal him back up. He's overheated.
Let those dumb ideas go out.
Yeah.
Probably more flow in.
You thought you were gonna be successful.
George Carlin has that bit. He's like, you know, my favorite part about getting hit with a hatchet is that cool breeze of air. He's like, Carlin was so weird. He was
a weird. He exactly.
He
knew everything that was
He was
happening.
like a Redditor ancient. Like,
he knew everything that was happening. So.
He did, but I'm like, I used to like him more than I do now. And I'm like, why do you complain so much? Because he's an American.
No, we have to complain. Everything sucks.
Ahead of his time.
sucks.
Ahead of his time.
He was, but he wasn't. Anyways, so I'm glad you can see yourself doing this. It is a question we usually ask. It's like, because it's a tough fucking gig. Sometimes people ruin it for you. The work
true.
itself ruins it for you.
Yes.
Your body ruins it for yourself.
But even yourself, I mean, mistakes. Sometimes they're big mistakes. Like, you know, I could really cost the shop money sometimes. I haven't.
Lives.
You could, in theory, but you know that's why you get self checks. You got people to double check things.
Forgot the
and stuff
cotter
like
pin.
that. Yeah. I mean, it can happen. So.
Steering wheel. Just,
Whoa.
Always good to have a second pair of eyes.
100%. Yeah.
I asked still.
Yeah.
That look right? Think so.
Fuck it. Ship it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I like it overall. I think the parts that I hate it honestly just comes down to how manufacturers do things, right? The process and then the burden on consumers, but then also like. You tend to lose your joy for cars this way because, I mean, growing up it was like, oh man, I love fucking race cars. I want to be in them all the time. And now that I work on them, I'm like, I fucking hate cars.
I hate all of
it's
this
just so
shit.
stupid.
Do you think that you like lose your desire to work on your own shit when you're working on other people's shit all day?
100%.
Yeah.
And I think some of it is because I just don't want to put the time and effort into it, and because I have a Volkswagen and it's a great car, almost 300,000 on it, but I really just don't want to put the extra time into it. I want to get something Japanese, and then I'd be more willing to do it, honestly.
Didn't you want to get away from a manual? You want to go to an automatic?
Yeah, I'm
There's
lazy
so many
at this
people-
point. I want a fucking hybrid at this
so
point.
many
I
people
drive
that-
so much. It's
Right.
It's so.
I just can't believe so many people have that mentality. I obviously have an automatic
it's
truck.
funny,
but
10 years
I drove
ago-
my car more. I hate that car, but I love a stick shift
I know.
more than like. It's that one last little bit of control.
I think
and I'm a little gay.
Yeah.
just,
Playing with sticks all
it's
day.
like,
Yeah.
no. I shift with my ass.
I
No,
think the problem is
but
just
like
at
I
the-
enjoy
yeah.
the control.
I get that. I love it too, but sometimes at the end of a workday, I'm like, I just want to sit my ass down in a car and just, fucking go home. Like,
Nap on the highway.
yeah, basically.
Get a toast.
Yeah,
Get a
no.
beater with a heater with it's automatic.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a market in the future. It's gonna be like old car. Get a new AI box that goes on your wheel and it drives for you.
Oh
and
man,
looks
that's
out
a
the
good point.
windows.
Yeah, and then you get some.
That's my idea. I said it first. Nobody fucking take it.
Yeah,
You owe
it'll
me
be like
50 cents for every unit.
Somebody took my insurance idea.
Really, have insurance for or repairs and shit. That's a warranty.
Yeah, that's a whole different topic there
Yeah.
too.
But yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. I just can't believe people want to get away from. Like,
I think also
God
there's
damn it.
multiple factors involved, right? It's not all just because of
Yeah.
what I'm working on. There's there's time, money, maybe
Yeah.
life position I'm in, stuff like that.
get something with a
So-
CVT.
Yeah, so.
So
I mean, yeah, I would love to get a project car at some point because I still would want to work on stuff, but just right now where I'm at,
You're
I
just
just
like, I
want
want
a
a
simple
car.
car that's reliable, and I get the joy of maintaining it. And like, I still have the joy of when somebody buys just maintenance shit. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. This guy wants to take care of his car or something.
yeah, I do
So,
like taking care of cars instead of fixing a catastrophic failure.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So.
Yeah, so right on, man. I think we've basically touched like all this stuff. This other stuff is going to go into what actually we're about to start. You guys know this segment, friends, viewers, friends, everybody of the show. Worth it, a junket. Worth it, a junket. Okay, today's topic, boys.
3D printing.
3D printing.
Just fucking lose my shit. I'm Washington State or Virginia. Everybody wants to ban 3D printing
Yeah.
lately.
How dare you
It's
do anything?
Anything
ever
without
own
having
anything?
to pay a corporation.
Yeah.
So worth it or junket, and I think this is a broad spectrum. But
Definitely, bro. It depends on what you want to do. with
Right.
it,
I think we
so.
bring up 3D printing because you mentioned, or one of you guys mentioned car parts. Like
Yeah, car parts.
car
Yeah.
parts in general. Like I know guys make like cool little. They like make valances or
Yeah,
dive
there's
planes
all
for their
kinds of
shit.
shit.
Yeah.
Like little shit, or if you, I don't know, maybe plastic trim or something that you want to different. 3D printing and stuff for like, or I like, I don't. I'm almost afraid to say it, but for the Second Amendment crowd, where you can print like your own kind of lowers and stuff. I'm not even gonna say the word.
Yeah,
but like you
obviously that's
can.
another topic.
Yeah,
right, you know.
the fucking squirt guns, that are
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
cool. You can make and stuff, and
Yeah,
that whole world
so.
has gone crazy. So, I'm a big fan of 3D printing. I don't know fuck about it. I go to you guys.
Yeah.
You've made our stuff. You've made me stuff.
Yeah.
And I've had other friends.
Knob.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's definitely some adult things you can make with it too. So
We had the knob for the.
He
fucking-
gave me measurements for this knob for his,
But it
his
was
air
way
conditioning
off.
unit.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
It
whatever.
was a vent fan.
Vent
Vent
fan.
fan.
Okay.
And he goes, here's the dimensions, and he gives me the dimensions, and I made exactly the dimensions he gave me. The knob was like this big.
It was way
And
off.
I gave it to him. I was like, this looks like a clown knob. And I gave it to him. He goes, what the fuck is this? I'm like, that's your knob. Those are the
Supposed to be, like,
measurements.
at max
And he's
this
like,
big.
he's like, what kind of caliper was I using?
millimeters,
It
not
was a
inches.
Really piece of shit caliper. I should have double checked all my
Yeah,
measurements.
that's.
But
yeah.
if you guys want to see the knob, is in the last episode with Wrenching with Randy.
Goofy.
It's on the
Wow.
table, and you're like, you guys probably can't even tell what the fuck
Even
it
the
is.
shaft, like even the shaft, which actually goes on the metal bit to turn it.
was-
It's at max supposed to be like the
The
straw,
straw,
yeah.
and it was like the cup.
nice.
And I was
Nice.
like, it doesn't even go past the drywall. And I was like, fuck.
So fucking funny, dude. Shit
I
was,
kept it. It just sits there now. I can look at it in my failures.
No,
So-
but I think it's totally worth it. I don't know how long you've been doing printing or how long you've been in it, but
Yeah, you
it,
guys are the-
it
you
has
guys are the
changed so much
Yeah.
in the last 10 years. Like,
I-
it is so much easier to get into
It's
nowadays.
more accessible.
Yes.
The printers are coming down in price.
100%. And they're
And-
easier to use. They're not
Yeah.
some fucking mathematical equation you have to figure
Yeah,
out.
I have
shit,
a
so.
I have a Creality Ender V2, Creality
Yeah.
3
Good
Ender
starter.
V2, which is like a basic. It's like a 250 mil by 250 mil
Yeah.
square, and you can do. I think it's like what up to
Oh,
8 inches.
I think so, just about.
Yeah, it's
almost
pretty-
8 inches cubed, basically.
Yeah, it's
so.
pretty. I mean, it's robust for what it is.
Yeah.
It was like $200, and it's like you can print a bunch of shit. The only thing that I don't like about that specific model is that it's not closed, it's an open model, so like you run into humidity issues now
Correct, yeah.
because a lot of the new filaments are very sensitive.
Yep.
Like that I've come across.
That's why they're in glass boxes.
Yeah, if you
Generally,
Oh,
don't-
I didn't know. I
They're-
thought you could just print shit
No,
unless it was like
you can.
fine.
Depends
but,
on
like,
what
with a new
filament you're
roll,
using.
if you don't
Yeah.
have a new roll, you're gonna
Also
experience
that.
humidity issues. You're supposed to dry your stuff before you use it now. Like
Yeah.
they don't tell you any of that when you
No,
buy
they
the
don't.
stuff.
You
You
just
have to
figure
figure
that
it
shit
out.
You do figure it out, but yeah.
So
Trial and error shit.
yeah.
I think it's more worth it now, and will become even more worth it.
Hell
Obviously,
yeah.
if we keep
If it's not
if
illegally
we keep the
banned,
government
then,
out of it, because boomers don't understand how technology works. But
Agreed.
Print a gun in 20 minutes.
Right.
we have to get rid of it now.
Fucking FUD world of guns. and
Yeah.
stuff. Oh, jeez. Pew, pew.
God forbid you protect your home or something,
Right.
you know. But I think honestly, it's going to be in shops in the
Yeah.
next few years because there's a good shift changing right now in just the overall additive manufacturing world. Metal 3D printing is
Yeah.
becoming
Yeah, definitely.
way cheaper,
Way,
and
yeah.
we are so close to actually having in-house consumer metal 3D printers. So
Yeah.
you like
That
a
would be
fucking
so
intake
amazing.
manifold that you fucking need for your
Yeah.
K20. You can fucking
Yeah.
print that shit. Like it is so close. But right now you can ask a company to do it, and it's still relatively cheap.
Custom
But they're
turbine housings in house.
but like, let's say you're in a
any-
shop, you fucking break something, you
Yeah.
just fucking find a file and print it. Like that's awesome.
I mean, you
know?
might wait for a
It's
day.
very
maybe,
yeah.
yeah, but
it's indispensable in is it the right word? Indispensable. It's
Yeah.
extremely valuable in prototyping
100%,
specifically
yeah.
because you can prototype something in like 3D Builder, which you can't use 3D Builder anymore. Microsoft discontinued it because
Yeah.
they're gay. Anyways, you got like Fusion 360. You can
Yep.
prototype stuff, and then you can just send it to your 3D printer to see how it like renders out, like how it cuts and how it prints and all that stuff. And there's like companies. There's one I'm gonna name drop them. It's called Send Cut Send. You send like CAD and step files to them, and they'll manufacture it for you.
Yep.
Oh, you can just send them.
Oh
what
yeah,
you
send them
need.
their
Yeah.
file.
There's
and
a
they're
lot
like,
of people
hey,
that'll
can you
do that,
print this
so.
file for me? There's another one, Form Labs. I don't know if they still do that.
I don't know, but I know was it PCB Way is very good. They make a lot of
Yeah.
circuit boards, but they'll also print things for you as
Yeah.
well. Metal, almost any material
It's
you
a very
want,
niche
so.
market. It's very
Yeah.
like not a lot of people know about it unless you're in it.
Correct.
Yeah.
So like I found my way on that side of Instagram the other day. There's a
Yep.
guy that makes custom turbofans for race cars. Like
There's
the
a lot of
wheels.
that in
Yep.
the race car world. We have a
And
lot
Yeah.
of
he
that
he
going
like
on.
he takes like people's CAD files and their STLs and stuff like that they design in these 3D building softwares,
yeah.
and he'll cut them out of aluminum and he'll machine them. Basically, it's
That's
it's
cool.
really cool.
Yeah, there's so many applications. Even just day to day, if you're like, I got $400 and I kind of know how to use this shit, or it looks super simple. I have a lot of house shit that I just
Yeah.
3D print.
Just
like I
like-
got like a
yeah.
fucking fruit bowl that I printed, and then,
Yeah.
like just containers and shit. And,
Microplastic direct to mouth.
yeah, and you get
Farm
about
fresh.
about 2.5 pounds of filament generally if you're using PLA,
Is that the
which
roll-
is the
you're talking
most
about the roll of
basic.
shit?
Yeah,
Okay.
and you can print a good amount of shit. So you can print like a container for like $2 instead of going to a store or something, you know, and a color that's pretty cool.
The downside is the wait time, though, is usually like
it depends,
hours. It's not never minutes.
Correct. So if it's something you don't need right now, you can just, you know.
Or something you need like multiple of, you can just have it in the background.
True.
Yeah.
Constantly running. Yep.
Yeah, I know in the race car we use it a lot for weird like ducting and brake ducts are like a big one for us.
I bet.
We have like weird brackets we need that you can't like if you wanted made out of metal.
Yeah.
Which it doesn't need to be made out of metal, but that's was always the standard. You'd cut and shape some brackets and weld them up.
Okay.
Like fuck that. You can now just plastic.
Yeah.
And then the guys come out like they're really good. They'll measure your space or how you need it. Like a battery slot, a battery.
And the cool thing
tray,
is some of these filaments are stronger than most metals because you can get some of these printers that have carbon fiber infused filaments.
I've seen all that carbon fiber shit. It seems kind of weird.
It's definitely really hard to print with, but if you know what you're doing and the application's right, it's very good.
Sweet.
So like there's videos
and it won't burn as easy, right? Like
probably, but there's a lot of videos out there where people have tested it.
PLA is very
car
heat sensitive.
standing on and shit.
It'll melt.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's good for knick-knack shit like this that we have on the table.
Yeah, I broke my visor clip on my car, and I 3D printed one. In the winter, it was perfect. But once that sun hit the summer,
no, it's done.
just a ball of plastic.
You need like ABS or PETG or something like that.
Yeah, well, I did find that out.
Yeah,
the same kind of, not the same exact scenario, but we were like, we had some out on the table on a sunny day, and we're like,
sensitive.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It became like a puddle.
Yeah.
These printers that are out now, like especially the Creality ones, they're very readily modifiable to print.
Yeah, if you want to do
different filaments, right? Because you can print like TPU.
Yes, which is a type of rubber if nobody knows.
And ABS and stuff like that. I know the Creality Ender V2.
Oh, you're talking about just different material, like rubber or a hard plastic.
Almost every printer that you can buy now is definitely well-rounded. Like you could throw almost any filament.
You can do like PLA and ABS, I think.
3D
but after that, you need like direct drives for like TPU.
Correct.
Because it's so sensitive when it moves.
Yep. Because it's so flimsy.
Yeah.
So
3D printing like a custom length hose that could be pressure.
Yes.
Like if it can hold like 100 psi.
But there's also
that would be crazy.
I mean, not even just you guys, but anybody. You should really look into the additive manufacturing world because there are some really specialty ways of printing materials where you can actually print full rubber hoses, but they print it in a liquid.
Yep.
And it comes out of it.
The resin, right?
That's how like a lot of the metal 3D
is
printing
so
comes
wild.
out of, like,
so that way there's no seams. So it's like a continuous. They keep going in a circle, and it's a perfect. Yeah, it's really wild.
That's way beyond me. I like it, but I will leave that to probably you guys. I appreciate always being able to go to you guys and being like, hey, is this
possible?
If I gave you the right measurements, can this be done? But if I'm an idiot and measure like a fucking dumbass or whatever.
Everything's good. It's based on how you're using it, like what the application is.
Yeah, you just gotta be smart on the material. So
yeah, man, worth it.
100%.
100%. The application is endless.
And now it's so much easier to get into.
3D printing as like a general topic is like it's big in medical now. They're like 3D printing organs, or they're trying to.
They did try a long time ago, but it was a lot different than it is now.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. It's probably way different now. It's gonna be like Repo Man though. They're like, you owe us on the liver payment.
Yeah, right.
You have to subscribe.
Yep. We're gonna shut your liver down
for the rest
online.
Of your life.
Your heart.
That's
sorry,
terrifying.
your heart subscription payment didn't go through. We're shutting it off.
You get a palpitation until you come up to term.
We'll put you in cryo, but we'll bring you back.
That's terrifying. The world seems so cyberpunk dystopian.
Oh, it is.
Definitely heading in that direction. I hope
the application is literally
endless.
The universe. You could go forever on anything you could think of. It's gonna be there.
It's just,
True.
I feel like people always make it worse.
As long as you can add the math to it.
You just have to understand like the scope of 3D printing. Like there's so much misinformation out there. Especially, I'm gonna go off on a tiny tangent here. Like
it's fine. We can end with
1 hour later.
The government likes to demonize like DIYers for literally anything because they can't regulate it. And like
because they want their money.
They want exactly.
And the people that are 3D printing guns aren't fucking serial killers or
I know because they totally mislabeled
They're
it,
hobbyists because you have to invest like so much time. To print like a lower for a G19 is like 36 hours because you have the 100% infill. You have the blah 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 whatever.
And then you also have to make sure all your moisture level is correct and all that.
Because you could print that for 36 hours, your moisture level could be off, and that thing will shatter in your hand.
You have to redo it. Yeah.
Right. And
the thing is, you still have to buy the printer, which
Yeah.
most of the time is more than
Right.
probably the product that you're
Right.
trying to make.
I
So,
don't,
you know.
it is. I can see why it terrifies people.
I
Because
get
they
it.
don't know. It's like an unknown to them,
I get it,
right?
but you know what they
But
should
you
be
know-
more afraid of is your car being fucking
Your
hacked.
car, right?
Okay.
People driving next to you with no clue that their wheel is blown out,
That
and they're
too.
just dragging a fucking
Because
rim behind them.
I can guarantee you, probably 99% out of the 100 people that are going to be doing that don't have the intention that most people think
Right.
they do, right?
I would say so.
Obviously, there's always outliers.
There's
There's
there's-
always
there
an
is a
outlier.
market for that
but
shit, and
the
you
thing
do
is,
hear
it
about
doesn't fucking matter what you do because that person is always
They'll
going to
find a way.
supersede the
They'll
law.
find a way.
Yeah.
The law
Criminals
is
are
not
criminals
there to
because they don't
yeah,
follow
it's-
the law.
Exactly.
But they want to tax and
they do.
evict, or
They're
not, and
afraid,
criminalize the
yeah,
law.
They're afraid because I can fix things in my house without fucking paying for it, basically.
That's so crazy. You don't want to buy a $50 O-ring that's very specific.
Yeah.
I can make it home for
Exactly.
pennies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or
I
call
hate
another
the,
company to make
I
it for
hate
even
the
less.
thought of it, man. But
Side note: I found a really cool and happier news. I found a really cool thing online for this bracket. It's like an adapter bracket that you can put on your wheels, and you can put actual Rotiform brand turbofan wheel covers on it. It's pretty sick.
the road. Oh, that's what you were
That's
asking.
Yeah, sorry. I'm in this really weird mindset lately where I really want turbofan like on my wheels on my
That would be
dumb
pretty
Crown
cool.
Vic. Yeah, because
Fucking
it's
Porsche Crown Vic
Right,
over here.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're so goofy. I think
That's
they're
all I gotta say.
They look
So,
great.
on a rally
though.
car.
Thank
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
man.
for coming to my TED Talk, and we all agree unanimously 3D printing is worth it.
Worth it.
100%.
And
yeah.
we thank you. We're probably gonna close out now, right?
Probably, yeah.
Thank you
No,
guys.
I got another
Oh,
80 hours of
Fuck.
bullshit.
All right. Well, you guys can stay with
Caleb's
Mario.
gonna be
We're
able to
out.
Stay here, so.
Yeah, man, we can close up. So,
Yeah.
I'll start, or was that your end?
No, you can go for it.
Okay. Well, yeah. Thank you, Nick, for coming on.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thanks,
everybody
man.
who was part of this and all the
Hopefully,
comments.
some people learn a little
Yeah.
different perspective on why cars are
It's
It's a great
complicated.
conversation, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah. We did go on a tangent, but
A
that's
lot,
like,
yeah, a lot
I
of
think
tangents, but
If we
You
had
know.
a few more hours, we could.
That's the
definitely
shtick.
I guess we'll
Yeah.
just have to come back. So
Mega
Exactly.
episode.
You'll have to come back, Keith.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I appreciate you. Thank you for making the effort, and everybody involved, all of you guys, our fans, viewers, listeners, anybody in the comments section,
Handy recipients.
anybody, yeah, handy. Handy Heroes.
Hey.
Dude, that's a good name for our Patreon. I still have to work on that. Handy Heroes.
make a little like special HH graphic design.
There you
You
go.
know?
I'm on it.
Well,
Heil Hitler. I mean,
Oh,
back to the German car.
88.
Okay.
There is a German thing in the background. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if we got it on camera, but
probably not. That's fine.
Anyways, thank you everybody again involved, and thank you for me. I am Whole Baked Cookie Mario. Socials will be linked somewhere below my faces or in the comments and in whatever else. And pass it on to Caleb.
Caleb the Hunted on whatever you want to find me. I should be there.
Pornhub.
Yeah.
Pornhub,
Red Tube.
Feet Finder.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Only
man.
fags.
And then I'll pass it on over to our co-host over here.
I'm Chris, a.k.a. Botar. Everyone calls me that. You can find me on Instagram, Botar, B0TAR. Nobody follows that one. Just follow my car one. Crowned Vic. Crowned. Like, you have a crown, someone put it on your head. .Vic at Instagram.
Down there.
Thanks,
Check
guys,
it
for
out.
coming around.
Nice.
And yeah,
We'll see you next time.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Thanks for
you
being
don't
on.
have to do socials
No,
if
I
you don't
really
want,
don't even use them.
but
So yeah.
yeah, man. So appreciate it,
Yeah.
and we're definitely planning to have you back among probably a bunch of people. We're gonna have a big round table. There's gonna be 1,000 people trying to have a
Yep.
conversation.
All at once we're gonna be yelling at the same time.
It's going to be one giant circle jerk.
Hell yeah.
Handy's galore.
So, all right, guys, we got things to do. So we'll see you on the next one. We're out of here.
Yeah.